Okay, I really hope this works. Hello, Quokkalings, Terimakase. This is your head chef Nanashi quacking in for the evening/afternoon. How you all doing today? You excited? I'm excited. I'm also very nervous because this will be our first cookout in our new kitchen. I don't think I missed anything. I did a lot of prep beforehand just to make sure this could all work. And I think everything should work out this fine. The nice thing about this recipe we're going to be doing today is that the recipe itself, it's really just cookies, right? We're not really working with live fire. We're going to be working with an oven, which is a little easier to work with. I still need to figure out the situation with the live fire camera. So today you're going to actually only see one camera. Actually, I found out my other webcam that I used to have is unfortunately... yeah, it's unfortunately down. I looked at the USB cable today and I was like, oh, this isn't gonna work. So something happened during the move from here and there, so that's okay, we'll figure it out later. Anyways, we got one cam. I hope you're having a wonderful weekend thus far. Do let me know if the audio is a bit under today, a bit over. I think I have everything set up. So again, if the music's too loud, something bothers you during the stream, do let us know ahead of time so I can go ahead and help you fix it, or help me fix it. Give me 1 second. But I see Asvik in the chat. I see Card Limits and Problem Dart in the chat as well. Hello. A good evening to you both. How are you both doing today? Let's see. Okay. No, I'll adjust that one. Yeah, it should be okay. So yes, we are doing a cookie stream today. A certain taco priestess mentioned in one of her streams recently, a collab actually with the other with her peers during a what's the name of the game? Family Feud. A Family Feud stream. So okay, you know what? Pretty much what happened was the question was, if you use, like, what could you use pumpkin for? Like, what would you think you would use pumpkin for? They asked the question, and the lovely priestess answered cookies, which unfortunately wasn't on the board for Family Feud. Then that's a shame, right? So we're here today to remedy that. We're gonna make some pumpkin cookies today, in revenge of sorts, to avenge the cookie answer that never got any points. To that effect, I do have some cookie cutters here that you might enjoy from said priestess's merch that you may enjoy, and I hope it works, to be honest, because I haven't cooked this recipe before. The cookie batter itself might not roll out properly to be able to use our cookie dough, or sorry, our cookie cutters. So there's a lot of things that can go wrong here. We're experimenting in a sense today as well. So we're gonna do our best together, right? That's what we do. Let's see. Okay, second thing I should probably mention as well. Reading comments is a little trickier today for me because I'm gonna be working in the kitchen. And the screen that I have working all this from is a bit further than me than I'd like. So if I don't see your comment immediately, I do apologize. I'll eventually get to it. Just give it a little bit, yeah? I appreciate it. Parliament says, the Universe 2 DLC was so good. I have 2 skills for PvP. Becomes so unstoppable. Players are losing and inviting characters with cheat tools. Oh, wow. Well, that's... Ooh, needs a little bit of balance there, it seems. Problem Dart says, I'm just vibing while house sitting, and now I'm here. Let's go. Okay, well, you're welcome to hang out with us and make some cookies with us while you're house sitting. Just to make sure and to confirm one more time, nothing seems off, right? The mic sounds okay. Sound is okay. And going off of that answer, I guess we could go ahead and start our stream here. Let me make sure I just have everything as well. Card Limit says all good. Okay, appreciate it. Thank you for letting me know, Card Limit. Okay, so let me bring you guys over to the kitchen. You might notice I'm not doing my 3D either. In this kitchen, it's already quite hard to figure out where to put a second webcam, much less a rig where I can have my VTuber model working. So we're gonna be using our old model, cute L2D. Wait, is that L2D? No, it's like PNG Nanashi. It's been a bit since he's seen PNG Nanashi, I think. Still awesome as ever though. Okay, so let's move over to the cameras. The media source should be okay for the music. If you can't hear me, do let me know. I will adjust the music as well, because you're going to be hearing this music all day today, because this is the background to ours for cooking today. So hello friends, it is back to cooking time. So first off, let me introduce the cookie cutters we have today. Today, it's a little bit bright, but we have some lovely taco cookie cutters, which we didn't have last time when we did the ube cookies. I'm excited to use this. It's pretty fun. Just gotta open it up. Let's see. Volume is all good. Music is mic is crunchy. It's expected a bit. Oh, is it crunchy? Is it that bad? I'm using a wireless mic, so it's a little bit easier for me to use my hands. In my last setup, I had a microphone stand I was able to connect to my my bar table, and since we do not have that anymore, it's a little bit difficult to put another stand out there. So bear with me. If it's a little crunchy, or you can't hear what I'm saying, do let me know. Again, it is wireless, so we're gonna have to work with what we have. Carlos says music is spicy enough not to hear you. Okay. Oh, and you know what? I do notice there's a little bit of a delay between the mic and myself, so how's this? And is it a little better? When I'm looking at it on the audio board, it looks like it's like half of the volume my mic is, so it should be better. Perfect? Okay. If it is a little bit loud, do let me know. I'll adjust it again. Music loud. Sorry. Okay. So hello. We just released the taco cookie cutters from their prison. So that's exciting. So the problem here I'm learning with cookie cutters when I was doing research for this the last 2 days, because I think the stream they mentioned the pumpkin cookies was like 2 days ago actually. So during the short time I had to research all this, I learned that there's cookies that form balls, which is what we did with our ube cookies last time. They expand outwards, right, and then they become cookie. Then there's cookie batters where they become, you can roll them out flat, and then you can cut cookie cutters in them and they'll still retain the form because they don't expand as much. Now, again, this is a recipe that's brand new to me. I don't expect this to work. So we're gonna actually do, we're gonna do a variety. We're gonna try stamping the pattern in with maybe a flat piece of cookie and then cutting them out like that. And then we're gonna try rolling out some and then cutting it out before to see if it works. So, we'll have to see how it goes. Oh no, cookie cutter taco 1. Okay, just fell off to the ground. Gonna have to wash that later. Not again. Okay, anyways, it's cookie time. So let us start with the recipe. So today we're gonna be making some pumpkin cookies, ideally with some patterns. Now, there are some tricky steps here, because we are going to be using some pumpkin puree. You can get this pumpkin puree at your local market in a can. I was really lucky. When I went to my local market, we managed to pick up the last one. So, pumpkin puree. That's opened up for us to be ready. First though, we're going to start with our spice sugar. So this spice sugar is going to be a combination of, where did I put it? Sugar and pumpkin spice. So the pumpkin spice, make sure you can find in like your local spice section in your market. You should be able to, especially since right now is the season. This is just granulated white sugar. So the amounts, I'm probably gonna read it out just so we can maybe even make this into a shorter video later. But We're gonna do double the recipe today because I wanted to make a lot of cookies, but for what we need, you're probably gonna need half of this. So this in particular is where did I put the notes here? Half a cup of white sugar and a teaspoon of pumpkin spice. Pumpkin pie spice is what it says. Okay, so let's mix that up into a little Tupperware bowl here. We're gonna use this in particular later to coat our batter. So these cookies will end up with like a few sugar bits and spice bits on top of it. So ideally we have a pretty good amount here, so it'll make it work, right? Oh, I don't have a tiny whisk for this. Do I have a tiny whisk? Hold on. I have a whole bunch of whisks prepared for like what we're doing today. Yes, you do. Tiny blender whisk. Ooh, that smells really nice already. The pumpkin spice mix that you'll find kind of smells like if you go to your local Starbucks or something and ask for like a pumpkin spice latte or something, which I got today actually. My local market happens to have a Starbucks in it, so I was actually able to pick up a let's give this a toss. Pick up a pumpkin latte spice as the season has started. Okay, that looks a little better. So you're gonna mix it up nice and well so that it just has a pretty even coat. We're gonna have this even coat later will add up. Oh, should I wear gloves? I cook normally like this anyways, it's fine. One day, if the need ever comes to where I need gloves, it'll be good. What's that? An eggshell? How'd I get an eggshell in here? It looked like, oh, you know what? It's probably part of the sugar. I don't think that was an eggshell. It looked like one, but there would be no reason why this Tupperware would have eggshell in it for some reason. I give this a little toss so we don't miss any mixed sugars here. Let's see, Q, welcome back to the stream. How's it going? Morning, cookies, yay, indeed. Is it morning for you? Shoot. What time is it for you? It must be on the other side of the world then. It's already, let me look at the clock here. 5:14 over here. Oh, is that it actually? I'm gonna take it out. If we're gonna give these cookies to people, we might as well take out the weird bits too. Professional, right? Let's see, yes, 8 a.m. Oh, quite early then. Well, good morning to you. I hope you're ready for some pumpkin spice cookies, because that's what we're making today. In honor of Ina's answer. Oh, I said the name. That's fine. In honor of a certain taco priestess's answer for Family Feud recently. Okay. I probably should not put that in there. I'm gonna need that cup. Okay, that's fine. You know what? That's what washing is for. We can just wash it again later. Okay, so this is gonna be our pumpkin spice sugar cover for the cookies later. This is what we're gonna cover our dough in, and this will add a little bit of spice to our cookies. Now the hard part. This is what I expected was gonna be the hardest thing for us today. We're gonna need a plate. This is just a glassware for cooking like small, shallow roasts and that kind of thing. It should work for today for what we need to do. So we're gonna spread the pumpkin mixture, pumpkin puree. We're gonna put that onto this bowl, and interestingly enough, this recipe calls for, it's stuck. Let me get a spatula. It calls for drying this mixture first, which, you know what, actually makes kind of sense because this is kind of more liquidy than I imagined it being. So you can do this with a normal plate at home. I prefer to use the tray because it just looks a little bit more even and it's a little easier to pat down the pumpkin puree. with paper towels in a moment here. At least on this. Are you guys fan of pumpkin spice stuff? I am. I like it when November comes around. September too. Actually, do you see? Now that I think about it, do you see like pumpkin related stuff in September? I'm trying to remember right now because it was really only just a few months ago. But October, you know what? In October, I think. Well, I mean, it makes sense because, you know, Halloween. But I'm trying to remember if there's actually many other pumpkin-related spice things on the menu before November. What do you think, Quokkalings? Let's see. So let's throw this in the trash. A little trash bag on the side here so I can quickly dispose of all the stuff later. Dispose of the stuff later. Disperse too, I guess. Any of you have any favorite pumpkin recipes that you enjoy? I know pumpkin pie is another favorite. Oh, this is a lot more liquid than I'd expect. So, okay, so what we're doing here is that we're gonna spread this relatively evenly across the entirety of this plate so that we can pat it down with some paper towels. It's gonna sound weird, apparently. According to the recipe, even the recipe itself says like, yo, it's gonna be weird, but trust. So we're gonna trust. Follow the recipe as is today. And so we're gonna give this flat plane of pumpkin a pat down with some paper towels. It says do it at least 4 times. Again, which again sounds crazy. But this recipe does have a lot of likes on it. And it's true, if you use a lot of moisture in cooking cookies, it's not gonna rise. It's just gonna cause problems later. So yeah, I think that's a pretty nice even layer, right? Because when I was emptying it from the can, I got the pumpkin a bit on the side. No, get back in there. We need you. Okay, pumpkin puree. So now, you know what? I'm gonna wash this on the side, because we might need this later too. Oh no! Oh, I've been had. On the one side of the spatula, there's some pumpkin just hanging in there. A good chunk of it too. It just went down the sink. Oh no. That's okay. We didn't need that pumpkin anyways. It's fine. Let's see. Asvic says you're using your cooking stream as possibly good luck on Inlight Drop. Okay. You know what? That's fine. You can use my pumpkin stream for luck. That's true. You know what? I don't mind. You know what? I hope you get your Inlight. That'd be amazing. You gotta tell me later too if you do. You says Halloween has only started to be popular in my country lately, so we only use pumpkins for meals. I mean, that's still good though. Pumpkin itself is pretty yummy. Depends on what you put into it too, so that's cool though. I hope the Halloween festivities do continue. It is quite fun to celebrate. I don't even really know the origins of Halloween, to be honest, but I do like its modern. I would assume it's this modern, like, you know, iteration where it's just dress up, have fun, spook out with people, you know. Okay, so let me read this instruction real carefully because this one is the one with like the footnotes and everything. We just want to make sure that the only way these cookies will bake properly and not turn out cakey. Okay, so we need to do this a few times, 4 times it says. So lightly. So I mean that's what we want to see, right? There's liquid seeping into the paper towels. Thank goodness for paper towels. Paper towels are like the biggest boon you can have in modern cooking. They're so versatile. They help you with so many different things. Okay, so that's layer 1. Apparently we have to do this like 4 times. Little pat here, lightly pat it says. Okay, pumpkin 1. Another. I set aside a whole roll of paper towels for this reason, so. Let's see, Seth, welcome back to the stream as well as Dirdia. Welcome. How you both doing? Are you helping Asvik with his in light right now? I hope you get it. I hope you guys get whatever you guys want, because I assume you're gonna do like more than one like run of BCNM today for either in light or like other things you need. Yes, yay, cookies, indeed. It is cookies. Seth asks, is it pumpkin cookies? These are gonna be pumpkin cookies, indeed. Right now, we're patting down our pumpkin puree. Apparently, well, actually, I can see it right here too. The pumpkin puree does come out to be quite liquidy out of the can. So this is just your standard bought like puree you can get from your market. It'll say like pumpkin mash or something, you know. And apparently doing this will help the cookies cook a bit better, which makes sense for cookies at least. Especially when if they're too wet, they sometimes come out a bit thick. And we don't want that, do we? Oh, pumpkin. So let's get another pat. So this is pat 3, which I can kind of tell already. Pat 3 is absorbing way less now, which is what we want, so it's good. Let's see. Let's just get the edges. We missed some of the edges too. Let's see. That is neat. Yeah, right? I hope they come out right, and I hope you guys will stay with me this entire time, because this is going to be a process. There's going to be like an hour in between where we're going to have to wait for the batter to like harden. So I was thinking of either playing a game on stream real quick, like a game of TFT or something, or like the Valorant. Actually, you know what? The kitchen is kind of near my piano setup. I have an electric piano, and usually I'd have it in my room, but my room is a little bit smaller than it usually is in my other apartment. I left it in the living room. And since my mic is wireless, we could just play some music together, or I'll try to play something for you guys to keep you busy for... I've been meaning to kind of practice recently on the piano again recently, so maybe it'd be a good thing to do that. Let's see, Seth says, and yeah, I'm helping Azure Enlighten Sailor for refresh. Let's go. The refresh has a better drop, I think, right? I think it was a little bit better last time I checked, or is it different nowadays? I actually kind of need to join you guys too, because I need to do I need to go for a knee. I need Utusemi knee for my sub job ninja. But at last, today I'm making some lovely pumpkin cookies, so I'll have to wait till another time to get that to go. I hope you guys get what you want though. Seth, are you aiming for anything too for those burning circles? I'm seeing from the distance here, it says, I think it's 1%. Shoot, 1% is pretty low. Not as low as my O Club though. Gosh, that O Club is gonna take forever. I have no confidence that we're gonna get an O Club at any point. Though we can make a stream about it one day just to try, you know, use all of Nana's B seals for a day, see if we can get an O Club. Imagine if it was possible to get 2 and someone got 2. So many bonks. That'd be the bonk life. Let's see. As it says, it drops in the same BCNM we're doing. Oh, good. So you guys have practice for when I have to join. That's good. Seth got it all already. I believe it. Seth is really lucky. Got it from his last few things we ran. Oh, let's go. Noise. Seth says, I got all my spells from the BCNM. That's crazy. How many times did you even run those? I can't even believe it. That's amazing. Congrats, by the way. That's awesome. Okay, step 2 is done, which is prep and dry the pumpkin. So we're gonna need this later for our mix. It's gonna dry out a bit while we put it on the side here, if I remember reading this correctly. Let's see. Should be dry enough that it dries down to like half or a cup of. That seems about right. When we were picking up we were picking up more pumpkin earlier from the last towel. It didn't really feel like it was picking up very much anymore anyway, so I think this should work. Okay, so we're gonna leave that on the side for now. Now to make our batter. Let's see. Small bowl. Whisk together flour, pumpkins, pie spice, baking soda, baking powder, and salt. Okay, so let's get that all on the table here. And while that is happening, I can read this here. Let's see. I bought the Inlight and knee for 400k and 200k before I quit the first time, and I farmed the others. Wow, dang, okay. That's expensive stuff, though. Oh my gosh. There is definitely a market to have this all like bought. Wait, hold on. Is this gonna? I don't want to dox myself here. This is the problem with my kitchen right now too. The lights are directly above, so I have to be extra careful about reflective surfaces here, so I don't accidentally show myself, you know, VTuber things. Okay, so let me just get all the ingredients we need first. In fact, actually, there's a butter section here that I probably should start too. Whisk together flour, pumpkin pie spice. Okay, pumpkin pie spice. Baking soda. Baking powder, which is both. I put both of them in the same one here. And salt. We're gonna use some sea salt this time around. And then set it aside. So we're gonna whisk this all together. For the amounts for both, again, this is the double recipe, so if you're gonna be doing this recipe as well, cut it down to half. But for this, we're gonna use, let me see what I got here. I can't do math right now. What was the actual amount that I just came up to? 3.5 cups of flour, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 2 tablespoons of pumpkin pie spice. I think that's all of it, right? And then a teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of salt. Let's see. Says refresh is 400k. It is right now. Dang. Dirty says Dirty is surprised too. Refresh is 400k now. I remember when it was a lot cheaper. I think it was like 100k or something at a certain point. But they must have changed up the I don't know, I guess they must have changed up some things to make it a bit more expensive. Let's see. Flour, pumpkin pie spice. Let's just do the order so we don't accidentally forget here. So pumpkin pie spice. Let's see. Baking soda, baking powder, which is this. And then salt. There's some sea salt here. Normally you could probably use some basic sea salt, but I need to figure out how to cover up the lights up there so it still lights the place, but it doesn't reflect off anything, you know? Things for later. Okay. Dirty says, yeah, I got mine for 120k. I think when I got I had 2. I got one from a drop, like way on my main character a while back. And then we picked up another one that says whisk it together, by the way, which is what we're doing. And then I got another one, I think for I was gonna use it for an alt, which eventually became Nanashi anyways, so it worked out for like 100k. Okay, whisk this all together. Ideally not dox myself. You know what, maybe I should just wear a mask. Or wear a... Oh, you know what? That could actually maybe work. I have an Anbu mask, like ages ago when I was in like middle school. I could probably slap that on, and then if I ever dox myself by accident, you'll just see the Anbu mask and it works out. Ooh, this is smelling really nice though. The pumpkin spice mix just smells delightful. There's definitely cinnamon there, some pumpkin smells. I wonder what else is in there. You know, we could probably read the bottle in a minute here. Okay. I'd say that's properly whisked for now. Get some more glass bowls, that'll help a little. I mean, that's true. This one, think I have a glass bowl somewhere actually. Not this big, but eventually I should get one. You're right. That's a great idea. Thank you, Dirtia. The secondary problem becomes when I move over to the fire area. So there's a actually this is right now to this side is actually my stove, which is what I'm trying to figure out right now as far as cooking stream goes. I need to find a way to hide it so that the camera still can see the stuff, but it doesn't you know, get torched in the middle of the ways. Dirtia with the ooh face, thank you, I appreciate it. Here, you get a Doro back. Hold on, my mouse will... Doro for you, yeah. Okay. Let's see. So we need to add this butter and the brown sugar together, and with an electric mixer we have already. I did not prepare another bowl for this. Hold on, let me see if I can find another that will work. Oh, you know what? I have a plastic one. I think that will do. Oh, I put it in such a bad place though. Ah! Okay, I did it. Gotta push in my special sushi vinegar in that cabinet so it doesn't fall out. Azric with the yapper sheet, thank you. I'm not yapping right now, am I? Oh, this is so much better. I don't think you can see my shadow pop up. You can't see. Okay, you can kind of see me. I gotta be careful. Even with plastic, it's still kind of iffy, you know? Okay. So we have some butter here. This one comes out to 3.7 is it 0.75 times 2, so that's like hold on, math is mathing. It's 0.75 times 2, so it's like 1.5, like 1.5 cups of butter. So we're gonna actually do this on the side first. We're gonna take the butter out of their casings and we're gonna soften it a bit in the microwave real quick. Thankfully, this new apartment has a microwave that has a soften button, so it's a little easier to just press and go, you know? Yeah. If this stick of butter would just come out of its shell. Hello? Nana hands, Pog, indeed, you get to see my hands today. I'm a firm believer. Yeah, actually, you haven't been here since I cooked a while back, but I'm a firm believer of cooking with my hands. I can cook with gloves if I want to. I just prefer not to. If I have to, I will. Say like collabs or something. That's fine, you know, I'll do it. Asvic says, in we go for first run. Best of luck. I hope you get your scrolls as needed. I believe you. You know what? Maybe the cookie stream will bless you with like good luck. Maybe I hope you'll get your Enlight scroll. Pumpkin says, oh sorry, I saw that. The Nana hands. I would drop you a Doro right now, Pumpkin, but I just dropped one for Dirtia, and my hands are currently buttered / pumpkin / cookied, so you will have to forgive me for now. You'll get one later. Stick around. You'll definitely eventually get one. Q says, my mom said as long as you wash your hands, though. I do that plenty, don't worry. It is very important for me as a chef to wash my hands and keep things clean, so, you know, don't worry about that. Oh, let me show you guys first. Butter! A lot of butter, honestly. But it measures out to about like it measures up to like I already said it, but a cup and a half, I believe, of butter. There we go. Let's see. Dirty says, yeah, wash your hands and keep your nails clean. That's all you need. I cut my nails. It is freshly done. Yeah, cooking with nails uncut is kind of gross too, because things that under your nails can get into the food, and it's like, ugh. So yeah, don't worry, got my nails cut. I'm following all proper procedure, other than maybe having like, I don't know, like a dishwasher with like the proper amount of bleach and stuff for West Coast law. So actually, I don't know if that's even just the West Coast law. I think that might just be a in general restaurant law. But I don't have that. I don't have the special tank for that. If I wish I did, because then I could actually make my own little cooking restaurant in my own apartment, which would be kind of nice. Butter makes everything better. It's true. Butter is quite delightful. You just have to eat it in moderation. Have you guys eaten any carnival butter things before? Like, I'm trying to think. The last carnival I went to had like fried butter, and they put like cinnamon and a few other things on top to, you know, make it a little easier to eat. But that was interesting. I didn't try it, but I saw people in the line for it, so power to them. Good for them. Okay, wait, hold on. Let me make sure what we're doing here. So that should be softened. We're gonna cream the softened butter with brown sugar together. So this is an extremely generous amount of brown sugar. It's 2 cups of light brown sugar. You might notice this is our favorite bowl from before, our Yoshinoya. Hold on. You know what? Once I dump the sugar, you can see my Yoshinoya bowl from Indo. They have good promos there. When they do like promos like that, it's really fun. Sugar in here, get in there. Let's see. Q says, funny story. I tried making a butter cookie once. It turned into a hard cement. My dad tried breaking it using the wall and did not break. I've done that before. Don't worry. Funny enough. Okay. Funny enough, the first time I ever made cookies from scratch, something similar might have happened. So sometimes when you cook cookies, they flatten out, right? But they don't look done. They look like squishy still. But you're supposed to leave them out and let it rest so that it hardens up. So I didn't know that, so I kept cooking it until it looks like it was crispy. I was like, oh, there we go. It looks properly done. Then I let it rest, and it all came out as one piece. And I was like, oh. It was, yeah, it happens. Don't worry. Even I do it too, so. Pokeball, yeah, Pokeball. They came with 2 designs. The other one was like a Pikachu design. It was cute. I got that one too. Okay, so butter going in. Thank goodness for these. These are useful. The bats that help like take out all the stuff from a bowl is so useful. I didn't have one of these until I really started cooking, and once I figured out how useful they are, it's like, oh, everything is out of the bowl. Okay, that's a lot of butter. I'm gonna put this under some hot water while we cook this. Okay. Hot water for you. Okay, let's let that soak for a bit. Okay. Yes, like that? The cookie story, you mean? Yeah, I understand. It'd be like that, though, sometimes. Okay, so I believe it's set until it gets, light and fluffy. Okay. It's at high, too, so it's blending time. You know what? I have a good feeling about these cookies. Minus the fact that we have to figure out how to cookie cutter them. I think these are gonna be like delicious. Hopefully. They are gonna go to my friends and neighbors. So hopefully, you know, they're good enough to give to my friends and neighbors. Let's see, it says light and fluffy. It's kind of hard to tell what that means with like sugar and butter. But it did say high, so it's almost like whisking it maybe. was that? Hopefully that wasn't anything important because I heard something go crunch. Speaking of Final Fantasy, have you guys heard the news for 14 about like glamoring? Apparently now we're gonna be able to have like cross-class glamours, which is awesome. So you don't have to be the class itself when you get locked. Like say if you want to wear a Reaper outfit, but it's stuck to Reaper because it's like Reaper specific. Now you can actually wear it across your classes, which is awesome. I know the funny joke going around too that everyone's gonna have their blacksmiths leveled now too, because the blacksmith, one of the armor pieces has like bandages for your chest, and everyone's joking like everyone's gonna have blacksmith level just for that specific glamour now. Which, you know, honestly understandable. The chest binding is really a nice aesthetic. And I see you guys are commenting, but you guys, the camera is far away from my laptop, so let me... I'd say that's light and fluffy. Yeah, that's looking good. Okay. Let's turn off the sink. There we go. All the butter should be gone, hopefully. Let's see. Dirty says I have like 4 rubber spats, can't live without them. For real, right? They're actually so useful in the kitchen. When I worked in like professional kitchens, sometimes they wouldn't have them. I'm like, really? They're so good though. Why would you not use these? And I brought it, and it would change your lives forever. It was really funny. Seth says everyone I know is talking about it, right? The glamorous scene is gonna be really fun pretty soon. I have a summer outfit that unfortunately uses like Reaper pants, so I had to switch to Reaper every time I wanted to bring it around. But now I could use it wherever. It's like, Dirty says still gender locked, sadly. Oh, is it really? No. Well, I mean, it's a start. It's a start towards the right direction, right? It's getting there. At least it's not class locked anymore, which is nice. Pumpkin says it's a step in the right direction, but doesn't solve the glam dresser issue. Yeah, you know, more slots would probably help with that. Which I can understand as a game dev. That kind of make me a little nervous because that you have now like a personal repository of glamour stuff for almost every character in the game, which could add up. But they did increase it recently, right? So it's possible. Dirty says true. I'll take what I can get. I'm gonna redo my entire glam closet, right? I have to go look through all my stuff now because now everything's available and it's amazing. I love it. Okay. We need egg yolks, vanilla, until pale and fluffy. We need 4 egg yolks, which actually I did not separate out yet because I needed these after I went to the market today to actually I needed it to go into room temperature. So these are room temperature. Normally you'd use 2 eggs, but you were gonna use 4 because we're doubling the recipe. How do I do this? I'm running out of bowls. So first off I need, oh, you know what? I could probably just use a strainer. Oh, do I want to use a strainer? Nah. Let's do this. Okay, we're gonna use a tiny bowl here. First off, this is gonna go to the side so we can demonstrate our egg prowess to you guys. Egg prowess is no egg prowess. It's egg. Okay. Bowl. Another bowl in case we need another one. Actually, no, wait, we do need 2 because one's gonna be whites, one's gonna be yolks. Gosh, I hope I do this right. Alright. Egg whites. There. I'd say that's working pretty well. One more time. Measure. Okay, 1 egg yolk. Now we need to do that 3 more times. Vanadiel, protect my soul. Okay. That break wasn't too bad as far as the original shell goes, but I'm gonna make these into like some scrambies in the morning, maybe tomorrow. I think it broke there. Okay, 2 yolks. Another one. Ooh, some shell. Hopefully that doesn't get into our mix. Where did it go? I've lost a shell. I think it... If you guys ever get shell into your mix, one of the best ways to get it out is actually just using the shell again. To dive in there and get it. Now that I put it back into here though, now I have to get rid of the egg white still. Mistakes might have been made. We'll wield another bowl into this. There we go. Now we can go back to trying to retrieve our yolk here. Isn't the best way to do this like between your fingers though? I'm not quite a baker. I'm usually more into like the savory bigger recipes as opposed to baking. Not bigger. This is just as big. But like when you do baking stuff, it requires so much accuracy that you got to be careful how much like flour and stuff you're using. Get your measurements right, otherwise, lest you want to end up with some sort of weird consistency at the end of your bake. I wanted to do bread recently, actually. I do have a cookbook for bread. Okay. I do have a cookbook for bread, but getting the starter and stuff going is what I need to do first. Which I don't have. I don't know if I have time for it yet. I see some messages popping in. Just give me a second here. Sorry about that. I gotta finish one more egg here. Egg. Yeah, as it turns out, this is a pretty good size for 4 eggs worth of yolk. Oh, this one came out nice. This one, all the egg whites just kind of split off this side already. That was a nice egg. I like those. Okay, these go back. Trash can out. Somehow missed the entirety of my trash bag with that egg. Don't mind me. This bowl goes into wash. Okay. So 4 egg yolks. A little bit of white in there. That's okay. I'm sure it'll be fine. Famous last words. Mr. Egg Yolk, Mr. Egg Whites. I'm gonna put on the side here for now. Oh, my paper towels ran out too. Okay, I have another backup just in case. I prepared already, but wasn't expecting to lose that many paper towels this quickly. Okay. What was it? It was add the egg yolks, vanilla. Oh, egg yolks and vanilla. Okay, so vanilla we're gonna be using a tablespoon or a teaspoon? Teaspoon. 4 teaspoons of vanilla. So let's put this all back here. Where's my vanilla? I prepped the... Let's see, teaspoon. Alright, 4 teaspoons of vanilla, I believe I said, correct? No, yes, wait. Yes, it is 4 teaspoons of vanilla. 1, 2, 3. 4. Okay. Wash this off. Clean bottles are nice. I don't know if you guys have ever worked with vanilla extract bottles, but for some reason all the vanilla gets all over it. So I like wiping it off after. The 4 eggs. Make sure I have this right. I don't want to get this wrong. Medium speed, 1 to 2 minutes. Egg. Oh. You know what this is? What this would be called for? Our spatula. It's a good thing we have rubber spatulas. Rubber spatulas are amazing. Okay, so this now goes in the sink, just like all the others. I don't know why I made that sound so ominous. There's nothing ominous about this. Oh, there's gonna be a lot of washing to be done though later. Okay, let me see what you guys are saying before we start mixing here. Dirty says, yeah, using your hands is easy once you learn how to do it. Once you have the gloves on, yeah, and you start doing it a lot, yeah, it's true. I still have like rubber gloves. It's not too hard. I can switch if I want to, but today we're just relaxing, right? So, Otter Nicholas says, my friends and I were talking about doing a Yakitake Japan rewatch where we have homework and make the previous week's spread. Yo, that sounds amazing. I gonna go all the way to Japan, dude. I hope you do it. I want to see all the progress for that. That'd be so much fun. Are you guys gonna actually do it though? That'd be so cool. Let's see, mid speed, 1 to 2 minutes, light and fluffy and pale. Okay. Medium speed. Light and fluffy and pale, it said. Oh, you know what? It's getting there color-wise already with the egg yolk and the vanilla. Ooh, it smells really nice though too. I probably should have retained that spatula actually, so we can kind of scoop the sides. For those using blenders, start with a low speed and go like gradually increase as you get more confident with the stuff that you're working with, because as soon as you change speeds, everything will splatter. I'll be real with you, they always splatter. Making crepe batter is the same way, cookie dough, it will always splatter. So just choose a speed you're comfortable with and slowly, gradually increase it from there. Okay, so I think that's like a nice pale color. Like 1 to 2 minutes. I think that's roughly what we've done. Oh, I forgot to add the clock back to the stream. Hold on, let me fix that. Once we finish up here. Yo, this smells so nice though. The vanilla is adding a lot to it right now. Okay. That looks good. Let's see. Azuk says, so far only phalanx to drop in 2 runs. Phalanx isn't too bad though, but I hope it gets a little better. Gundam says, Jeff, we need streamer look in this BCNM. I believe in you guys. You guys got this. I can't personally attend myself because, you know, we're cooking right now, but I do hope that it works out. Oh, no, I don't want that. Hold on. Accidentally switched to starting screen. No, you guys got this, I believe. You just add more runs. That usually tends to fix things, right? I believe in you guys though. Hopefully it drops sooner rather than later. It looks nice. That centered quokkalings. What am I doing? We're supposed to be cooking. There we go. I like having the time there. Okay. So next up we need to add, I think, the pumpkin. I should probably cover those egg whites. Yeah, you're gonna do that and put it in the fridge actually. Hold on. So it'll just sit out here, you know. That's not a very good thing for an egg in particular. Oh, nice. Well, we got some egg whites for tomorrow, brekkie. Let's very carefully open this fridge too. Okay, there you go. A little further in. Okay. Something jingle that I don't like that. Like, sound like something fell. I don't see anything falling though, so I think we're okay. Okay. Next up, add the pumpkin mixed on medium-low speed to combine. Okay. So let's get the pumpkin. Need the spatula again, actually. Wash this off real quick. Actually, we probably didn't have to wash this off. This one is going to be in the same exact ingredients that we're working with today. I guess minus the water that we just washed it in. So let's dry it off too. Father Nicholas says, I can help with your VCNM if you need it. I don't know if I'll bring any luck though. What do you mean? You have all the luck. Literally and figuratively. You have the thief and you have the personal luck, I believe. Okay, hold on. Let me make sure we're doing this right too. So, dry ingredients we'll need over here and a little bit pumpkin. Need our spatula. So this is gonna be our pumpkin puree we dried out earlier. We need to mix this on medium-low. Ooh, this is gonna be a little tricky, but just a little. Bless the rubber spatula. Rubber spatula makes everything so much easier. But this is also very heavy. In fact, I don't even need to lift this until I'm ready to drip in. So let me do this on the side real quick. Since you can't see it, what I'm doing is I'm just gathering all the pumpkin into one side so that it's easier just to spoon it all in a second here. Try not to waste any of our pumpkin mixture either. Ooh, this smells lovely. All we did was dry it too. Okay. Pumpkin mixture in. In fact, actually, wait. I don't even need to lift this up. Hold on. I'll just spoon it in from the side. I'm a genius. Cooking master with 2 R's. Why make things harder when you can optimize it? Or make it easier for yourself and it still have the same results. Okay, so that is our pumpkin puree. Most of it. I'm gonna get all of I can here. 1 second. Put the rest on the folks and add up, I'm sure. Okay. Sink. Kind of running out of space in said sink, but that's okay. In fact, actually, you know what? I'm gonna do some preemptive cleaning here. If you ever get the chance while cooking to preemptively clean something, like say you have a hot pan and you have like crust and stuff on it, like fond, it's better to get rid of it while it's still hot, or at least preemptively get rid of the fond, so it's easier to clean later. So for fond in particular, you just get some hot water. Maybe do a little bit of an early scrub so that it comes off, and then that way it's a lot easier for you to deal with later. Okay, spatula just in case. Let's see, what was, so it was 3 phalanxes so far? Only phalanx, just 1. We'll shoot. I believe. You guys got this. Okay, so add in, mix on medium low, combined. Ooh, the coloring is nice already. That reminds me of autumn. And Thanksgiving, Halloween. Oh yeah, that's a nice color. I like that. It's not biased because I like the color orange, and you know, that's a whole channel color. Orange and gold. Orange, brown, gold. You see it all the time on my channel. You know what I like. We properly integrate this to everything. Actually, that spatula is gonna kind of become useful now because I need to kind of scrape the sides. Okay. Oh, there's still more flour. No! Some batter flung everywhere. No! My worst nightmare. Finding out where everything got battered after I make cookies or something. I think that should do for now. Nah, send in the tiger. Oh, the tiger would probably do too. Try to salvage. Okay. Nikuro-san, himitsu ne, don't say. Why is everything like this? Man, I was so careful too. Ay ay ay. I know what I have to do as far as fixing this at some point. I really need to cover that light up. Okay, anyways, cookies. Now we need to go back and let's see. I think this is where we have to roll it up and get everything ready. But we need to cool this first. So we're gonna let this cool for like maybe an hour in the fridge. Let's see. What should we do while we wait? You guys want to play some piano with me? Am I allowed to do that? I don't even know if that's actually technically allowed. Will YouTube like copyright me if I play a cover or something? I thought about playing the games, but I realized like my laptop is in such a position where it's so difficult to get that to work. Well, it's not difficult to get it to work, it's just playing it would be kind of difficult. I see the waku waku, it's not the waku waku, you know what I mean though. The laps from Water Niccolo. Trust the new man. Legit, welcome back to the stream. Sir, this isn't Rage Sushi, it isn't. Cookies. So this is gonna go into our fridge for a little bit here. I'm gonna let it harden, and ideally what this will let us do is make it into like a cookie cutter kind of situation where we can actually cookie cut of what we want to. A little here. Pumpkin is quite orange, it does stain. Okay. Okay, so let's set a timer. gonna set it for like an hour. And away it goes. So now we have to just figure out what to do while we wait here. We can do a Zatsu. We can play some music. The tricky thing is I can't exactly move my laptop either, so you know what I can do? I can actually probably just pull up the stream on my phone and see what y'all are saying. Dance stream? Oh man, dude. I don't know if I'm ready for that. Plus that means I have to show myself. It's friendship cookies, indeed. Disagree? Disagree? What's wrong with the cookies? Pumpkin cookies are delicious. Let me see. Let me pull up the stream on my side here. That way I can see what you guys are saying all the way over there. Will this actually get flagged if I play live music? Like I'm playing, I'm playing a cover, right? But PK is up in Ron Nana. Wait, are you serious? Can I log in from here? Hold on. Let me see. I don't think I updated my FF on my laptop though recently. Did I maybe? I'm serious? Oh geez. Okay, hold on. Wait, I think I can make this work. It looks like it's loading up. Hold on. Hold on. Let me bring up Final Fantasy. Will this work? I need to check my preview. Hold on. Studio mode. Oh my god, it's working. Wait. Okay, wait. Hold on. We can do this. It's gonna be a little jank because I didn't prepare the screen ahead of time for today. But it'll work. Let's go. Hold on. Let me hide the oh my gosh. Nana streaming Final Fantasy 11/cookie stream. Indeed, it is a nice stream today. So some things will be a little out of place. Again, I do prepare my streams to make it look a little nicer. Let's hide the thumbnail for. Oh, you know what? No, the thumbnail is kind of important because we are cooking today, so we. Yeah. Okay. This is so jank. Okay, wait. Now we need to. Hold on. Oh, my PNG tuber. Where's my PNG tuber? Ah, there. Okay, I'm big. It's fine. Quick to Ron Fair. Ah. Time limit, Nana. Wait, is there a time limit? What do I have to do? I'm coming. This is not how I expected my stream to go today. I was gonna just play some piano music for you guys. Just enjoy practicing a little. Go up and smacking. I'm trying. I only have these stubby little white mage legs. I have to make my way over. I see the messages. H blank and around H6. Okay, I'm going. Hit harder. Don't hit harder. Let me come in and hit it, please. I need credit. Wait, did I do? My gosh. Is it near the outpost? Yeah, hold on. Make him panic more. No, don't do that, please. Wait, is it restaurant? Is it for real though? Is it Westron Fair? And what was it? And H6, H10, 2, 3, 4. Oh, it's near the entrance. Go north. I'm trying. I'm trying so hard. I see the messages on the chat too. Just give me a second. There's important things that have to happen right now. Yes, Westron Fair. Okay, good. PK is at the gate. It's at 7%. Don't. No, I don't have flea. What am I supposed to do here? You can make it. If I don't make it, I'm gonna cry. Only you guys would drop a raid boss on me in the middle of a cooking stream and be like, "Come, Nana, come slap it once and get the credit." I'm trying. It's at 4%. Asmik, I can't tell if you're lying to me or Oh, this is so weird to do on my laptop. I'm bending over so hard too because I need to, my laptop's set up in a weird way for the kitchen setup. So, but it's the only way it would work. Let me at least give you guys the audio. Oh my god, Nana. Stop scaring me. I'm trying to get there with my stubby little legs. We're in the kitchen too. There's so many things that are lying around that I can't I can't not knock over by accident. Am I getting close? Please tell me I'm getting close. Can I just drop a deal on it and leave? Oh, are we gonna make it? I don't know if we're gonna make it. I don't know how much health the PK has, the Pumpkin King. Then after that, I have to go and redeem it, right? Can I do that in any town? Does that work? There's a pumpkin. We're getting close. Pumpkin mandies are popping up. You said it's near the gate? Are you guys lying to me? You do it here in zone? Oh, that's good. I'm glad to hear that is the case, because I don't know if I have time to go inside town. I don't see it, friends. Quokkalings, you lying to me? It literally just got shouted at again. I'm not seeing it though. It's an H6, brother. Going the wrong way. Southwest quadrant of H6, so this way. I don't see it. Could be tucked into some rocks. It is a giant rock over there. Am I going the wrong way? South. Oh no. I can't climb that. I gotta go around. I see it. I see the chat. It's somewhere here. Let me find it, please. There's Uncle. Hi, Uncle. It's so tiny. What the heck? I was expecting like. So what do we do? Do I just hit it with a dia? A holy? Or just punch it? Oh hey, no, it definitely wasn't at 3%. I knew you were lying, Avic. Kinda shake things up for me. Put me in a panic. Gotta hit it at least once while not asleep. Oh, that's gonna happen a lot, huh? Oh look, it's Anko. Punch it. Hit it like... Wait, does that mean like it has to be greater than 0? Do I have anything at level 5 that will let me hit this? Hold on. Ah yes, the meme scepter. This should do. My club should be at a higher level than my punch. Oh, this guy using 100 fists? Oh my god, okay. Now we all sleep together. Okay, now I can finally read your comments while we're waiting for this to smack. Let's see. You can show yourself that this is the moment. No, no, this is not the moment for showing myself, especially for a dance stream. Maybe one day, if I have a 3D model. Let's see if it's good enough. I'm serious. I mean, I clearly, except the part where you told me that it was at like 3%. Let's see. Wait, best idea ever. You cook what you craft in game. I don't think I have enough cooking points in crafting to be able to do cookies yet. In 14 I do, but not here, sadly. So the clock should be your cooking timer. I mean, it is, in a way. I took note of what time we started the refrigerating. I have a timer on my phone too, so it should be okay. Will not make it. You shout to ask them to slow down. Oh god, audio bomb. Yeah, the settings on my laptop are a bit different. I haven't set up anything for games yet, so fix it though. Oh god, sweet, that's gonna take a while. Nah, that's okay. We have things to do anyways. Hopefully this will count for my credit because I'm just tossing in my drinky-dinky club over here. You know what? It's a good thing this is also wireless too, because now I can walk around and set up the situation for the... Oh, I don't have any lights in this. Hold on, let me see. I did want to play a little bit of piano for you guys while we're just sitting and relaxing. Let me see. This work. Oh good, that works. It'll do, as far as this setup, I guess. Okay. We'll probably start heating up the oven too, actually. For the oven, we're gonna do 325 temperature. Time to do dishes. Indeed, I can do dishes. Wait, this is great. I can do dishes. This is the best thing ever. I'm still sleeping. I was checking in on it again. Let me walk in a little bit. Oh, look, it's Celia too. Everyone's here. The whole gang's here. For the cooking stream, no less. Water Niccolo is correct though. Doing dishes when it is available is a great idea. Then I can do dishes while I watch you guys, and while we together try to smack this thing. Make a little more room for all the other stuff we have to clean up later too. Let's see, cooking sheets are ready. We need to use one of these to roll out. Need one of these to roll out a cookie pattern. Let me think here. Ooh, the warm water is nice though. Oh, a little chilly recently in my area, so having the warm water washing up is kind of nice. Give me a second, I won't be able to see your messages while I figure this out. It takes too long though. I hear a lot of dream flowering on the side there. Can you guys hear? I guess you can't hear the water while I'm washing, huh? This mic actually is pretty good at cutting out like unnecessary background noise, which actually kind of makes me worry. If I do the piano thing later, I don't know if you're gonna be able to hear it. I'm looking over in my corner here. what is it, 15, 20%? I need like a dedicated white mage outside the fight to just cure everybody awake. That'd be so nice. But I guess if you technically cure someone in the middle of this fight, you get dragged into it too. Is what I'd imagine, at least. You know, I could kind of start prepping dinner too. Get some rice going. Might do that actually. We'll see. Is it gone yet? Did we do it? Let's see. 6%, not bad. Is it like a cardioid mic? I don't know actually. It's just a mic. It's a Rode mic that I got online from Amazon. That's wireless. It connects to your shirt, and it's been super useful so far. Ooh, another plate. Another 2 plates. I almost missed 2. I thought I heard the sound of it going down, but I might be incorrect. Nope, it's still there. It is still fighting. I think I heard it. Another sleep. Is that another sleep happening? Okay. That's the dishes I have so far. No, it's not. There's still a lot. Oh, but it looks like it finished. Let's go. Magicite? Dang, okay. Bring back Magicite right now? Shoot. Hold on, let me put away some things before we continue this adventure, this silly adventure of ours. Okay. Stop Quokkalings. Okay, let's go back to town. I probably should make a gear set for all this, because I use this all for like my dailies and my weeklies too. Where's everyone going? Someone got the goblin suit, congrats. Amazing. Where do I go for this? I think you mentioned it was an area, right? So you need a gate maybe? That's what I would assume. Probably that Google. Spooky looking Google. Oh. Thank you. Here you go. Oh, you're ready, full. That's so nice of you. Oh, it's Anko. What's up, Anko? Oh, look at you. You already got your hat and everything too. I don't think you could get the hat from this one though, right? Koopa, where did you find this? The Moogle grabs the Magicite over hand and examines it. Interesting. This doesn't bode well. I should take this to Archduke Kajino. In the meantime, take this for all your hard work, Koopa. I got an eerie cloak. What's it do? Spooky. Oh, spooky. And I want the whole Gobby suit though. Okay. Well, that's that for Final Fantasy 11 for now. Let's go back to the chat screen maybe, I guess. Okay, so I did want to try playing some piano for you guys. I don't know if you're going to be able to hear it. So consider this a test of sorts today, too. In fact, hold on. The thing is, it's connected to myself and the mic, so I'm wondering if this will actually work as well. First off, also, thank you to the Quokkalings who are in Final Fantasy 11 right now, who gave me the shout out that the Pumpkin King is down. I do have to do it like, what, 5 more times, 4 more times, but you know, it's getting there. Okay, so let's see if this works. I don't know if it will. Actually, you know what? Prior to that, give me 1 second, Quokkalings. I'm going to use the restroom real quick, and then we'll try playing some piano. We still got like 39 minutes on the cookie. You know what? Oven is supposed to be 325, I believe. 350. So we're gonna set the oven to 350 for now, and let that heat up, and so it's ready when we need it to go. And yeah, okay. I do need to use the restroom real quick. I'll be right back, Quokkalings. Bear with. Can you hear me? Quokkalings. Quokka. There we go. Hello, Quokkalings. Sorry about that. Had to use the restroom real quick. Okay. Lila, welcome back to the stream. How's it going? Hello, do you remember me? Of course I remember you. How you doing? How's the school stuff going? It's been a bit. What have you been up to? Hope everything's been good. You made it today for some cookies. We're making some cookies today. I hope you like them. I hope I like them, for that matter, because this is the first time we're doing a recipe, or this one at least. But it's exciting stuff, and hopefully it turns out well. What are you up to though? Did you celebrate Halloween? Did you have fun? Sorry, give me 1 second. I'm gonna do a few more dishes actually before we continue. I don't accidentally break or mess up something. But yeah, Lila, how have you been? Sorry, I couldn't answer. I just was in the restroom for a minute there. I had to take a break real quick. I'm running out of space for this, so there you go. Let's see. So our next steps, we still have, I think, roughly 30. I'm seeing here maybe like 30-ish minutes until the cookie dough is ready. So I think we're gonna do some practice. I don't normally. Okay, oven's ready at 350. That's good. Might have, you know what? I honestly might have started a bit early. I didn't expect it to actually reach temperature that quickly, but that's okay. We'll make it work. Okay, let's let that dry for a little bit. I hope I didn't miss you, Lila. I hope you're still around here. And yeah, so right now we're just waiting for the for our cookie dough to be ready. So actually, you know, I'm gonna prepare one more thing. I do have a roller ready. Gonna put some saran wrap on it to make it protect our roller a tiny bit here, so it doesn't like pumpkin stuff. Last time we used the ube for these cookies too. Oh, sorry, we used the wrap. That's still incorrect. The roller. We used the roller for the cookies last time, and since they were purple from the ube, made it a little bit difficult to clean the roller afterwards. This time we were putting saran wrap, and I don't think that'll change anything. Hopefully for the rolling process, but we'll see. Okay, I think that is legitimately everything this time. I'm gonna set up my piano real quick. Hopefully you guys can hear it through the microphone that's on my chest. We can just relax a little. I don't know if I can take requests on the piano because I am by no means a expert. But we can enjoy it. Let's see. Let me just make sure my voice is still carrying over here. Okay, here's a test first. Let's see. First off, let's see if you guys can even hear this. Oh, it's not picking it up. Oh, well, that's awkward. I wanted to play music for you guys today. Yeah, it's really not picking it. Okay, you know what? I have an idea. Wow, okay, so apparently it's actually really good at really blocking out. This was right on top of the speaker of my piano too. That's crazy. Gundam says remove noise cancellation. I don't know if there's a way to do that actually on this mic. Not without going to the settings in the computer maybe. That's a problem. Dude, I wanted to play music. So the funny thing is, I noticed it's picking up on my character. Because when my character hears sound, the way it works is it changes to the speaking PNG when it hears something. And I think it actually hears the sound, but it's not coming up on this. Might be because of the way it's set up. Is there? Hold on, I'm gonna check it out here. Road noise cancellation. Maybe that might be a way to get this to work. Okay, so I see some settings here, or at least I'm seeing it on Reddit that this might be a way to do this, but hmm. Okay, so let me try one more time here. Yeah, it's not picking up anything. Okay, well, you know what? I guess, well, that's kind of a bummer. I really wanted to practice some piano with you guys while I was at it, but mm, you know what? I do have a second mic. So the lucky thing about this microphone with its compatibility is that it came with two receivers. Sorry, not receivers. Two microphones that feed into the same receiver. I don't know if I have the other one charged up though. That's the thing. We could try putting that one into slightly more sensitive mode. Let's see. Where is it? There it is. And I'm gonna just clip this one back to myself for now. Oh. Okay, let's see. First off, let's see if we can charge this. Out. Voice. Translation? That's not quite right either. Rode wireless Well, that's awkward. I wish I really wanted to play the piano today. I guess I have to do some why this isn't. That's okay. Let's turn on the music. Cool. Let me see. We have 23 minutes left on stream right now, or at least for a cookie. Freelancer, and welcome back to the stream, Mr. Mike Problem, indeed. Hello, though. I hope you're having a lovely day so far. Have a dodo for your troubles. Hold on, let me. Oh wait, I'm late though. No, you're not. Well, actually, it has been almost 2 hours of stream so far, so maybe a tiny bit late, but that's okay. You're here for the part where we finally bake the cookies and then ideally spit out some Takodachi cookies. Let me get this ready here. So we're gonna make 2 trays. One tray is gonna be for just straight flat out cookies, I think. Just easy round cookies, we'll just put it on there. And those are the ones we're gonna stamp later with the cookie cutters, and hopefully that works. The second one being, we're gonna roll out a portion of our batter to try to cookie cut it. And hopefully that retains the pattern as it cooks, which I don't think it will. It probably won't, because these are meant to be balled up cookies. The balled up cookie varieties tend to melt outwards and then become like a full-on cookie, you know? So we'll see if it works. We're gonna try our very best to make it work. That's what we do here on this channel, right? Oh, I can't say the same about our piano idea today, but one thing at a time, right? Let's see. So we do have 20 minutes. What can we do in 20 minutes together? We can just chat, which isn't bad either. I really want to figure out what's wrong with the mic. I don't think it's anything wrong with the microphone, funny enough. This microphone's really good at picking up volume and like removing background noise. Maybe that's it. Wait, hold on. Maybe that's the keyword we're looking for. Background noise. By searching it. The tricky thing is I don't want to adjust it for the mic where it's forever, because the bass settings are actually amazing already. Because I want it to not like take, for normal streams, I don't want it to actually remove back, I don't want it to have background noise, right? Which it's already doing an excellent job at doing. I don't think I changed the settings in general for the actual mics themselves either. I think they're actually just the default factory settings. So I guess theoretically, if I did change one of the mics into receiving more noise, it probably could just return back to normal once I switch to the factory again. Let's see, hold on. I gotta put some away. For now. Kitchen space ain't so big here. We gotta do what we can. Okay, so I'm looking at these cutters right now. I'm seeing how we can get this to work. Is it like this? Okay. I think we might have to do this in 2 batches. So here's the idea. We have character cutouts for cookie cutters. Right now, I'm wondering. So here's one way we can do it. We can impress the pattern onto the cookie once we're done, and there will just be round cookies with patterns on it, which is fine. I kind of wanted to cut out the shapes of the tacos, make them small cookies, which is nice, but I think that would work better if we rolled it out first. Maybe. The problem is I don't know if it's gonna keep its shape properly once it cooks, because with these, for cookies that end up in a ball, they tend to expand outwards once you cook it, right? There's specific recipes for ball versus like cookie cutter here. Let's see, Father Nicholas says, do we get video here? What, oh, for the cutters? Yeah, you're gonna get the cutter stuff, right? Right now we're in the talk screen because we don't exactly, there's nothing really to show on the camera right now. Once we're done, it looks like we have 17 more minutes until the batter is ready. Once it's ready, we're gonna spoon out some to flatten to try to make into the character size cookies, and then we're gonna cook a batch normally, and then try using the cutters to print the shape onto it. And hopefully one of the two works. Surely it should go better than last time when I tried to hand form the Takodachi ube cookie. Just hoping. You will get video though. It's gonna be there. It's just gotta figure out this first. In fact, actually, maybe we can do. I'm trying to figure out how to do this in batches now, because we're gonna have to do 2 batches. One with the impressed cookie, which is where we take the final round cookie and then impress the takodashi shape on it, or try to cut it out even. And we'll do 6. Yeah, we'll do 6. 1 of each variety. And then we'll do another 6 with the flattened out taco cookies. Or I guess maybe not 6. It depends on how many we can cut out with the batter that we roll out. And we'll give that a try. And then the rest of the cookie batter that remains, I'll just, I can cook that on my own time here, but I want to show you guys the end result, hopefully, first. And we go from there. But we need 15 minutes. It's 15 minutes until the batter is ready, so feel free to chill with me here, chat, figure out things you want to do. How are you guys going to treat? How are you guys going to do? Oh my gosh. This is so hard to do, like, when you're walking around doing things. What are you guys going to do for your weekend? Are you having fun so far? Hope everything's good for you, Quokkalings. Let me think here. What else can we kind of get ahead on? I guess I could just start. We could just chat. We could just chat it up, and I can just start getting dinner ready or something. I don't exactly have that much space to start making. I can make the rice. No, I can't. The blender took rice. The blender took the rice power outlet. Oh, you know what? I could probably do it over here. I don't want to move too much though around the streaming area, because that make it a little bit funky. Not careful. You know what? I'll finish the dinner stuff later. I want to focus on this. That's probably the best idea we could. Let's see. Q says, I went on a jog and so I'll be sleeping the day away. Well, that sounds nice. Rest is good. Some exercise and rest is not bad. I kind of got it had done like earlier today when I went for a jog, and then I went to the market right after to get all this stuff for today. It doubles up. I don't get the nap yet, but eventually later today, I hope to get a very nice nap. The weekend should be for resting, right? So, or at least relaxing. I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna do the piano streams, because I thought for sure the idea would work that I had, which is using the other mic and picking up any sound it gets. How do I reduce the gain on this actually? Look at this. Or increase the gain on. Oh, two. Oh, it's on the receiver side. I don't want to blast you with the music again by accident. Okay, so we have the second mic on. Adjust. Auto and dynamic. I don't think this is good because I have to. You know what? In hindsight, I don't think this is gonna work right now because I realized my OBS I think is not quite set up to be able to take in two microphones at once too. This would have worked if my original microphone that's clipped on me right now would absorb the sound. But since it's not situated like that yet, I don't think we can go with that, which sucks, but it's okay. Leonidas, welcome back to the stream. How's it going? Tech stream, let's go. I was not expecting the tech stream, Gundam, but you know, if it works, it works. We're trying to figure it out. This is something I could do on the side next time, or like in preparation for the next stream. Leonidas says, wait, have you been setting up this entire time? No, actually, we're actually in the middle of the cooking process already. We just have 11 more minutes for the cookies to be a bit more stiff in the fridge. Then we can start actually cutting these cookies. How about you though? How is your day treating you so far? Hope everything's good. What are you up to for this lovely weekend? Did you enjoy your Halloween? In fact, actually, that's a great question. Quokkalings, what did you guys do for your Halloween? I know some of you don't celebrate Halloween in different parts of the world too, but it's still me asking, well, how is your day going? Or how did your day go yesterday? What did you do? Do anything fun? I had work to do, sadly, so I couldn't stream. I couldn't really go out either, which was kind of a bummer, but it is what it is, you know? Leonidas says, my day is good. Oh, I'm glad to hear that's the case. You do anything fun for Halloween? Something I'm realizing too with the new setup, since I only have one camera I can really work with, it's kind of hard to situate it where we can have it working on near the stove too, because I imagine my stove gets pretty hot actually. The burners are actually really good, but I'm wondering if that could reach the camera and then destroy it if I'm not too careful. I was thinking I have another camera that I might borrow from a friend. Maybe we could run it on a tripod behind, but that would also maybe potentially get in the way of the oven as well. Not to mention, as I'm realizing today, how many reflective parts I have around the apartment. Gotta cover all these, or at least cover the light so it doesn't get me. Gundam says basically work on Halloween. Yeah, it's same. It was a Friday, so it's kind of, yeah, work. But it's okay. It's not too bad. I would have much preferred the stream for you guys on Halloween, something spooky together. This is what this stream is pretty much for. Actually, it's my makeup one day after Halloween stream, I suppose. If anything, Halloween this year or next year should be on a Saturday, right? So hopefully you just enjoy the Halloween on the weekend with some friends. That'd be lovely, right? Let's see, 8 minutes. 8 minutes for the cookies. Actually, now that I think about it, the cooking themselves, I think it actually takes like maybe 10 minutes. Let me see. Make sure we got this all set up here. Place the cookie dough, the cookie dough balls at least 2 inches apart. Make them into 2 tablespoons worth of cookie dough. There's my spoon. I have to get a rough estimate. 2 tablespoons. Those are pretty big, actually. I'll make them a bit smaller for that. Bake the cookie for 12 to 14 minutes. Okay, so we're going for like... I think we're gonna do 14 because it says here 14 for a slightly crispier cookie. But since we're also reducing the amount that we're putting in at a time, two tablespoons seems like quite a bit. So maybe we'll just have to eyeball the cooking time and see how they go. Let's see. As they cool, the centers will fall, and the cookies will get wrinkly. Wrinkly, huh? We're gonna have some wrinkly Takodachis. Let the cookies cool for 5 minutes. Transfer them to a cooling rack. Finish cooling. Best enjoyed after cooling for 15 minutes. Okay. So with that in mind, so it's going to take like 12-14 minutes to cook. 20 minutes to rest. There's like another half hour once we have the cookies in. Yeah, okay. So in that case, yeah, so I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to try to stick to doing 2 batches. One on a tray where it's just normal. And then we imprint the cookie cutter stuff after. And then another batch where we pre-cut them with the cookie cutter cold. And then make those and then see if they expand. I think the ones that we're gonna cut cold and roll out, I think are actually gonna end up expanding, which I'm wondering how that will change the cookie pattern. But hopefully it doesn't turn out too weird, right? That's the idea. Good to plan ahead. Okay, we have like 5-6 minutes of cookie time left. Quick, someone drop a discussion question. This is your time. Drop your, well, what's the app called? Marshmallows? Do you guys have any Q&A questions for me for the next 5 minutes while we talk? Give me something to talk about. I will yap for you. I will yap so hard. You guys know me. In the meantime, I'm gonna grab some tea, drink some of it. Let's see. Sea Lantern says, "Oh, have you heard of the new Yu-Gi-Oh format?" I have. It's not the Edison one, right? It's the new one where, like, I think each of the, I guess what we would call the game breaker cards, each of the game breaker cards have like a point value associated with them. You can only have a certain amount of points in a deck. That one, right? I like that. I like that they're trying to kind of minimize the use of those cards so that it's a little more fair in a sense. You can use older decks too, so that you don't get suddenly stomped on by a whole deck of modern cards that, you know, steamroll over your face. Speaking of Yu-Gi-Oh, actually, Sea Lantern, did you hear about the and Quokkalings too? Did you guys hear about the new junk, not set, but the new junk cards that are coming out with, I think, a trial deck? If you guys know, I'm a big fan of Junk Warrior, the Junk series, and Stardust Dragon, like Yusei's cards. So hearing about the new cards, they revamped some of the older cards, like Junk Synchron, Full Hedgehog, Speed Warrior. Junk Warrior, in fact, also gets a new card too, which is pretty neat. And I want to use them really badly. I can't wait till they come out. I don't think they come out until December, maybe? Because they need structure deck. Yeah, it's a structure deck. So I don't know when that actually comes out, though. I think that's actually still pretty far, no? No, maybe not that far in the grand scheme of things, but I think it was by the end of this year, right? I don't know their effects either, actually, so I don't really know how I'm going to build around them. I'm probably just going to make a 4-fun deck where it's just... Because we have the Stardust deck, if you remember, from a while back that kind of pops off and puts a bunch of negates on the field, but that doesn't feel good because it also takes like a good old 5 minutes to get the whole board out, and if the opponent is just waiting there for forever, it feels bad. I don't like it. I prefer the slower speed ones where it's just like I summon Junk Warrior, I summon Junk Synchron into Junk Warrior, put like 3 face down cards and end my turn, and that's really much it, right? Like that's the kind of pace I prefer. I know it's, for some people it might, and especially nowadays, it might feel a little slow, but I do like the back and forth of the old days of like synchro summoning, or that era of like gameplay. And also, you know, back in that time, there wasn't like 6 or 7 different negates that you could put on the field, and 3 in your hand. Oh, well, that's not true. Effect Veiler was a thing at the time. So, but that was the only card that was there, and you can only put like 3, right? And then, of course, eventually they decided, for some reason, to add Max C. And now everyone has cards for days. Yeah, the balancing could use some work. Sea Lantern, what kind of decks are you building recently? Do you have anything fun you want to talk about, deck-wise? I kind of want to upgrade my Cyber Dragons. I know they talked about Jormungandr. I think there was a Jormungandr card and something else that popped up recently for new cards, and I think they're Dark Cyber Dragon supports, which I don't usually use in my Cyber Dragon deck, so I want to see if I can fit that into... In fact, actually, I have the card. I actually pulled some of... I think they're actually a common in the new set. I pulled some, and I haven't figured out a way to put it in my Cyber Dragon deck yet, so at some point, I have to figure that out. But then again, since I got those cards, it's been like maybe a few months, and I totally believe that there's probably a whole nother way to build the deck now, with so many cards coming out so quickly. What's your favorite? In fact, Quokkalings, if you play Yu-Gi-Oh, what is your favorite decks that you've been playing recently? I still have my very secret, top secret deck that I want to show you guys. But I promised once we got to like, I don't know, 10,000 subscribers or something, I'll show you. Well, the main thing is I want to break it out against another beat as a surprise. Because I'm pretty sure it's the only deck that I've been using. Maybe like 2 or 3 other people in the world use this deck. But it feels special to me, you know, and fun that I thought it up and it works, so. Sea Lantern says, I've been deck building in a new Genesis format. It's been quite fun. That's the one with the, we just talked about, right? The one with the, like, point system. You don't want to, you can only use a certain amount of points for a deck. That's the Genesis format, right? I like that they're trying to adjust it in some way like that. It's getting there. Because the modern, what was it, standard modern format now, where everything is just like, take a turn, if you can't cancel it, you're dead. It's kind of like, you know? Oh, good, the timer went off, so it's time for cookies. Yeah, the points went. Oh, good. Remind me again, what are like some of the point systems we're looking at here? Because I imagine like what's the max number of points you could have on a, what's it called, on a deck and on a card for that matter. Galaxy Eyes deck. Oh, okay, Galaxy Eyes is super cool. I was always interested in that deck because the theme is really cool. It's very Stardust Dragon-y, in my opinion. I like space dragons. What can I say? So I wanted to give it a try at some point, but I never got around to getting the cards. So you're gonna have to show me one day, Leonidas, how that goes. Okay, let's bring you guys over back to the big screen real quick. It's time for cookies. The camera has wiggled a tiny bit since we last used it. Let me move it back and try not to dox myself. Okay. So this is one of our maths we're gonna use. This is gonna be the one where we roll. Actually, wait, hold up. And I take that back. Let's do the standard cookies first. We'll do standard cookies first, and then that way we have time to roll this one out and do whatever we want to with it. Or no, is that wrong? Do we want to do the other way? Let's do the other way. I changed my mind. I think this way might be a little bit faster since we're taking the dough out immediately. This will let us work with it while it's cold, which is good for cookie cutter style batter. Okay, so let me show you guys what we come up with the batter so far. Ta-da! That's good, right? Not too bad. Okay, so I should probably have floured up my hands or something, but I think this will have to be how it is. So we're gonna do some standard cookies here. Oh no, this one, sorry. This is the one we're gonna flatten out. So we have our spatula here. Ooh, it actually really hardened up since we put it in. That's good, we want that. So we're gonna do... Actually, this isn't where I should be doing this now that I think about it. I should be doing this. Excuse me. Be doing this on a cutting, not a cutting board. Yeah, no, a cutting board. This is a cutting board. I'm so silly. We're gonna do this on a cutting board because then we can put it on the, once we flatten it, we can put it on the cookie board after. Yeah, okay. That makes a lot more sense. Let's do that. Okay, so put a generous amount of our cookie batter in here so that we can roll it out into a size that actually works, hopefully. There's a big hopefully here. Oh no! Some of it fell. Ah, that's a bummer. Let me put this one away or something. Oh. What my... Oh, my paper towels, that's right. I should have refilled my paper towels while we were gone. Or while we were waiting for the thing where piano didn't work. I was gonna serenade you, Quokkalings, with choice hits like, I don't know, One Summer's Day. Back to Xanacarlin. Bunch of other songs, but no, doesn't have to work today apparently. Okay, let's try this again. So we're gonna try to roll this out. Again, this is a big if this works, but if it does work, hopefully we can cookie cutter this. Now the problem is now we have to roll this into a relatively... Gosh, I hope this works. Okay, apparently my saran wrap's already trying to leave the roller. That is no good. Oh, there it goes. Okay, hold on. We can make this work still, maybe. I'm a genius. So we're gonna try to get this into a relatively equal kind of state, or flat. That way we can try cookie cuttering this. Just have to hope it doesn't really spill out anywhere. Gosh, I hope this works. It doesn't seem like it's doing too bad though, as far as rolling out. Wash this real quick because I know this will stain really quickly if we're not careful. Okay. What fell? Some vanilla. Another bottle fell. Good thing it landed on the plastic. Okay. So we rolled it out. Now, if we did this right, hopefully we can we can cookie cutter this. Put them on a board. So let's see. Where did my cookie cutters go? Takodachis? Where'd you go? Oh, there you are. Oh gosh, I hope this works. So here's test number 1. Test number 1 is we use these cookie cutters. We imprint a form like this. Put that in. Push down. Did it right, which you probably didn't. Oh no, the pattern didn't stick in. So this might be a bit too wet for the pattern, which is a bummer. So we might have to do it what we mentioned earlier, where we'll try again. We might have to do it earlier, like how we did earlier. We mentioned where we need to like maybe cool it a bit more, number 1, but also number 2, just give the pattern after it's done. This is by no means a problem with the cutter. This is a problem with the cookie batter. We don't have this batter we don't have that much experience with this batter. This is our first time making this batter, so gonna look a bit weird. But hopefully it cuts out somewhat properly. Yeah, see, now the problem is once we do... Oh no, Takodachi! The problem is once we cut this... The Eno ones actually didn't look too bad there. I could kind of see the pattern. This one just kind of absorbed every taco. Why? Look at you. Shadow Gaming, welcome back to the stream. Nice seeing you. How you doing? We are trying very hard to get these Takodachi cookies to be made, but the stencil, you might have made the cookie batter too thick. Let me try a thinner part here. See if that works. I think if anything, if we wanted this batter to work a bit better, we probably wanted to... I think we wanted to have it so that the batter was in the fridge a bit longer. Oh my gosh, this Takodachi doesn't want to come out anymore. Taco? What? What? I need a knife. There might be another way to do this actually, now that I'm thinking about it a bit more. We might be able to do the first imprint, put them onto a plate. Oh my gosh, it's really stuck. Okay, yeah, that didn't work. I think it's squished to the sides. So we could do the first imprint, put it onto a plate, and then try imprinting it again. That might be the better way around this. In fact, actually, we could use some flour. We might be able to... We could use the knife, actually, the back of this knife too. Kind of scrape away at the edges. Yeah, this is not ideal. For this kind of batter, unfortunately, it doesn't seem very ideal, but we'll make it work. Let's see if this works. If we can cut out the stencil with the knife around it and lift up a taco out of this, it might still be salvageable. That being said, I think our best bet at the moment is to actually just cook first and then stencil. You know what? Actually, that kind of popped out. All right, let me see. We might have a plan here. Hold on, let me see if this works. Was that Ina or Taco? That was Ina. That might have worked actually. Hold on. If I can just get this cookie cutter to come off. Ooh. Okay, maybe not as well as I thought. Actually, it's not as bad. I think I need to... I have an idea. Let me try something. One more thing. We're gonna try to flour the cookie cutter before we do anything else. I think that might actually help a lot as far as letting it release. Where did my flour go? Did I put it away? There it is. A small bowl, preferably not too wet. Get off. Shadow Gaming says, I've been good. How about you? I've been good as well. Thank you for asking. Sorry, the comments answering is a little bit slower today. We are desperately trying to make taco cookies. And we're trying things. We're trying things to make this work. I think this might help a little, hopefully. Ah, okay. This might actually work. Hold on. The flouring actually helped a lot. Now there's an actual pattern. Okay, that's actually really cute. This might actually work. Hold on. Let me watch the other one and try to see if that works too. There's a secondary problem doing this, but I think we can make it work. We're problem solving here, Quokkalings. We gotta use all 100 of our brain cells to make this work, but I think we can. So let me just preface this with, there's a lot easier way to do this, which is letting it firm up a bit more in your refrigerator before you try attempting to cut anything. What we're doing right now is by no means bad. We're just doing the bare minimum of letting it sit in the fridge, I guess is the best way to put it. Which isn't bad. It's not bad. It's just not ideal. So actually, let me show you how it turned out first. With the prints of the tacos and what we have, as it turned out, that was actually a Takodachi shape. I think it could still work. Hopefully these don't melt out like I mentioned earlier in the stream. But if you do this correctly, they actually turn out pretty right. Right? That looks pretty cute. It's great. So the problem right now is just cutting these all out, so we have the shape to make this work. We're gonna have to space, if these do technically expand too, we're gonna have to space these out a bit. So let's do a combination of 3 of each, I guess, if we can, because again, with the batter that we have. Oh, I forgot the flour at first. No. Okay. Well, will it come out? Okay. Let me clean that again and try that again. That's a neat trick though. If you don't know, if you're trying to do cookie cutter stuff or work with cookies, having a little like bowl of flour on the side helps a ton with helping the cutter make it through and cleanly. So let me show you what we're doing here. So we're gonna take the bowl, add a little flour to our cutter. We're gonna try it again, but this time it should cut a bit more clean. Now, normally we just lift off and go, but here we're gonna try to work it out so that we just cut around the shape. And scoot it off maybe. Because if you notice, it actually is coming out just fine with the flour. Like that. The batter we're using is kind of sticky, so it's not easiest thing to work with, but we'll make it try to work as best as we can. Okay, that's number 2. Let me stamp this one too. This one's an Ina key. Oh, that looks pretty good. Oh, minus the fact that it's stuck to the cookie cutter again. Okay, well that's not too bad. We'll make that work. Man, cookie cuttering stuff is tricky, apparently. Hold on, let me clean that one up a little. We're gonna try our very best here. Normally, the easier way to go about this is just to roll up into balls and make it into cookie. A simple way. But you know me, good old Nanashi, trying to do it the more complicated way. Here's another relatively nice area for this. Okay, so that cut out just fine. Now we gotta figure out a way to extract it. No matter what, I think these taco cookies are gonna end up really nice. The taste wise, I could smell it. It smells delicious already. Just have to, it's gonna be just a process of getting them over there is the thing, I guess. That one turned out at least just fine. Do another Ina cookie here. Press it on. Slowly. Ooh, that one actually looked pretty good. Okay, we're getting there. The process is getting there. I'll show you guys how the cookie looks in the end, but first we have to actually cookie cutter all this first. I wish we could have rolled that one. We might actually have to re-roll that. We'll see. Again, the ideal thing I think here would be just to slowly. Okay, that came out perfect. The ideal thing here would just to be to let these cool a bit more in the fridge before attempting such things like this. That being said, that one actually turned out pretty well. Hold on. Be careful here, my hand's shaking because I'm trying to be extra careful saving this taco. So I went all the way through here. Under and lift. Okay. think that one might have turned out just fine. Gotta imprint that one. Okay. Imprint. This one. This. Hey, that one turned out really good. Okay. The Takodachi ones are a little bit easier to do. Ina has a bunch of curves that we have to worry about sometimes, so such is the way though. Try this one again. That one actually rounded out pretty well. Now saving it is a secondary problem here. Yeah, I think I did it properly actually. One. The trick to these also for the cookie cutter ones, we have to be careful about like pushing evenly across the cookie cutter, otherwise the shape won't actually pop out properly. Try this taco. Yeah, the flour trick though, very important, very useful if you don't know, for like cutting cookies for sure. That one, I think we didn't have enough flour. Also, this was kind of like the rearranged section of the batter that we're trying to work with here. It's not the one that we flattened evenly like the other side yet, so we'll just have to make do. This one. This one might come out a bit uneven actually because of how we rolled it again. That coming out, it's okay looking. It could be better, but we'll make it work. Little taco. Okay, let's see here. If you imprint properly. The first one is kind of tricky because it's usually the point where you don't have anything on the cookie cutter to work with yet, so it just kind of slides off. So you can try pressing it once and then removing it and try it again, and that usually... That one's not too bad, but I think it's gonna lose its shape. Most of these I think it's gonna lose it, fortunately, but we're gonna try anyways because, you know, these look nice, they're cute. Okay, we still have... We're gonna try to do a tray of 6 of these, I think. Oh, you know what? That was close. We almost forgot the flour. Let's try one of these. Oh, that felt good. That one felt really good. Okay, hold on. Nice. Okay. While we're at it, too, actually. One. Yes, okay. The flouring is helping so much. All this extra batter, I think we're just gonna roll up into the ball form again. Try to make work. Oh man, I wish I had a spatula right now. This is okay though. It's fine. We just have to save enough space so that we can do a few more of these. Here, little taco, I need to retrieve you. You know what? Before we retrieve those, let's get the other one going too. That way, we can kind of at least retain as much as we can for the cookies. Okay, those cut out really well. I'm feeling good about those ones at least. Now we have to retrieve them, which is the mildly difficult part, because there's batter everywhere. But with some finesse, some sushi chef finesse, we can probably work around this pretty well. The problem right now, I'm also realizing too, is that we're kind of getting into the point where, how do I explain this? We're getting to the point where it's getting warm. It's getting warm in the area, so it's getting harder to retrieve these while they were cooler, you know, as opposed to when they were cool. That's what I'm trying to say. That being said, these are kind of lifting off very cleanly now that we have our technique. I just hope these will all cook relatively the same. And not over. So the rest of this we'll make it to the ball form, and then this is what we'll cookie cut again as it comes out of the oven. Let me show you what we come up with so far though. So the batch actually itself looks pretty cute. I'm gonna do a few more of these cookie cutters actually, so you can see what it looks like at the end. In fact, actually here, let me. They're looking pretty good right now. So what we're doing is using this cookie cutter that's been floured. Lightly press evenly around the whole thing so it gets details ideally. Lift up, and then there we go. We got a taco cookie. So we're gonna do this for the rest of these. My hope is that these kind of retain their shape for the most part as they kind of puff out. I don't expect it to, because this cookie batter is kind of set up so that once they're in ball form, they'll expand outwards. So we might get some cookies expanding outwards, and if they expand out enough, they might actually run into another cookie. Very Takodachi of them. But hopefully this is just work and just stay in the shape that they are. So these are actually turning out a lot cuter than I imagined. Hopefully they retain their shape. So let me show you the first batch. So this is our first batch using the cookie cutter. We got progressively better as we finished our technique. So our technique was to flour up our cutter, use the cutter on the outline, and then use the press to make the shape. All this needs now is our dusting of our pumpkin spice and sugar mixture we made in the first step. So round 2 is just basic balls like this. We're gonna make basic ball cookies. And test number 2 is that we make these ball cookies in the hope that when we do, I'm flouring my hands here to make it a little easier to grab this. When we make our ball cookie, it'll expand out, but as it comes out cookie form, when it's hot, we're just going to impress the image of the cookie into the cookie. Okay, wait, that came out weird. We're gonna impress the Takodachi shape into the cookie while it's still warm, and that way it hopefully retains the shape. I don't know how well this is gonna go either, because baking, as I mentioned, is not exactly my forte. Did I try to make this work? Oh, I should use more flour in my hands. That is fine. We'll make it work. So, yeah, that's the idea. We're gonna make some balls of cookies. They'll expand. We'll use this. This is gonna be far faster than the other way we just did, but the other way does look pretty clean, I will say. So, if they come out well, this way, the quicker way, and honestly, that's probably the way you want to go about it. We have a lot of batter still. Okay, while my hands are still dirty, I'm gonna put this all back into our batter bowl. Maybe freeze it. What you can do with this is just put it in a saran wrap, and then roll it up and then freeze it, and then that way you have a roll of cookie batter you can use to cook for later. Oh, it smells so good here. We're not even cooking the cookies yet, but it smells so good. Okay, so I'm gonna put the cookies away in a second here in the saran wrap, but I'm gonna first put them in the oven so that we can start, the cooking process. Let me just wash my hands first. Ooh, kind of feels slimy. Feels kind of slimy in the hand when you're working with cookie dough batter that's coming off your hand. See? Make sure this goes down the sink. Okay, so with our hands washed, it's now the time to put it into the oven for I think it was 14 minutes. 14 minutes for the crispy cook, or a slightly crispy cook, which I think is pretty ideal. Then another, I believe it said another 12 minutes to let it rest. So let's see. Let me show you what we have so far. While these are supposed to be harder, when they come out of the fridge, it's a little easier to work with. You're supposed to roll it in this sugar pumpkin spice solution. So it's covered all the way around. So we're just gonna, since we can't do that, we're just gonna kind of cover it the best we can. Maybe if I use some flour, I can roll it around like this, so that it's all around, Oh no, it's rolling everywhere now. Okay, so we roll this. Put all around our cookie. So we can't exactly do this with the pre-printed Takodachi cookies, as they are just a flat shape. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna just sugar it on the top like we did for this one, and then that's the sugar it's gonna get, I guess. Okay, so that's ideal for all so far. Very good. So this one can go in the oven in a second here. Next is the taco cookies. So these are turning out really nicely. I just hope they take their shape, because again, this batter is meant to be like, they're meant to be rolled into a ball, not made into like small, flattened down to cookies like this. Actually, funny enough that the dusting kind of covers up the details, but hopefully that's not too bad. Oh man, I hope this works. Okay, so into the oven they go, 350 degrees, and after that we pray. We hope that this just works, and if it doesn't, well, you know, we can adjust it for the next time. Or I can at least give you tips on how to adjust it for next time, you know? Let's see, so let me just make sure I got the timing right for this. So for the oven, it's gonna be 12 to 14 minutes. So let's start a timer for that. For 1. That's easy. Face a little funny. Number 2. Okay. Timer for 14 minutes. I just hope these come out just fine. If not, well, you know what? That's part of cooking, you know? We live, we learn, we adjust. That's why there's such thing as R&D for, like, cooking, right? You have to figure out how this all works. So I'm gonna clean this up. Let me go clean this up real quick. You can enjoy the sounds of the sink running, I guess, while I do that. I don't know if there's another way we can get this to work. The imprinting idea might be the best way to get a pattern, at the very least. We'll have to see. Okay, you can dry here. Okay, so now it's just a matter of cooking those cookies, and I hope they cook well. If anything, they should, either way, they should come out tasty. I can kind of smell how these are gonna taste already, just through what we put in. I guess that's the most important part, right? Nanashi, of course, wants to be perfect and try to make the cookies the perfect shape for the season and, you know, idea we had, but sometimes it doesn't work like that. And if it doesn't, you know, that's okay. Cooking is experimenting, it is art. We have to adjust sometimes to make it work, which is okay. But sometimes also you learn from your previous experiences, right? Like the flour trick for cookies. I learned that from someone previously, and if I hadn't learned it, we probably would be struggling with cutting the cookie into the right shape. Or actually, not even that. We would be struggling getting the cookie out of the cut shape that we did. So the more you do it, the more you cook, the more you try. That's kind of applies to everything, doesn't it? The more you try to practice something and get more experience of how things work in a subject, you'll learn more about it, and you can make like informed decisions on how to improve for the next time or improve a current situation, like our current cookie situation. So keep practicing, friends. Keep practicing and keep doing your thing. Okay. We should probably spoon the rest of this cookie batter, or should I just make the rest off stream? You know what? I'm probably gonna just cover this and then. So this is, we made double, right? So this is actually the amount we still have left. I have slight regrets now. We have quite a bit of batter left to work with. I guess I'll just make more batches of cookies later this week, or like further down, or I could freeze it for later too. I'm gonna freeze these. I'm gonna freeze these actually, and then I have, you know what? I have an idea of where I can use this. I have a friend shindig that's happening a few weeks down. I think it's like mid-November, or mid-November, one of the weekends, and we're gonna go camping. And we're going to be staying at an Airbnb, I believe. So I can probably freeze these until then and then break them out for the occasion. Yeah, that sounds good. That sounds like a great idea. So let's actually cover this up. We're going to use our good old reliable plastic wrap. That's whoever made plastic wrap, by the way. Plastic wrap is like a joy to have in any kitchen. If you have a kitchen that doesn't have this, there's a problem. Okay, plastic wrap. Let's get this rolled up neatly into a log of some sort. Let's see. How are you guys doing, by the way? Are you guys still with me? I hope you're enjoying the stream so far. As I struggle to... Oh, of course. Okay. As I struggle to make a log of cookie that we can use for later. I need something else to scrape this off with. Oh, you should do. Good old fork. Now this should weigh it down, hopefully, so that the subsequent logs of batter that get in here are a little bit easier to drop. Yeah, as the batter warms up to room temperature, it gets a little more unwieldy to work with. So keep that in mind if you're gonna follow this recipe as well. Better to maybe fridge it for a little bit longer so that it's a little harder to work with, so it doesn't stick and do all this weird stuff. Father Nicholas says Japanese plastic wrap's pure. Japanese plastic wrap is just as great. I'm aware. They have paper ones too that work really well for sushi that we use at our restaurant. Very expensive stuff though. May have gotten scolded once or twice for using too much of the paper to wrap a fish at some point. But then I learned. After that, I never did it again. So, you know. This is good. This is turning out to be one really giant log of batter. But I'm okay with this. Maybe in hindsight, maybe I should have made two. As Father Nicholas says, I think it's because it uses less environmentally friendly chemicals or something. Oh, is that right? Makes sense. Honestly, if we had it in an ideal world, if we could use just less environmentally, you know, hazardous stuff, we could consistently use it. But usually that's the way to make those kind of things are usually a bit harder and more expensive, which jacks up the prices for such things usually. So unfortunate, but gotta figure out a way around it, right? Who says, I can relate to using expensive stuff and getting scolded. Yeah, you know the feeling. It was an accident, so they didn't really mind that much. I will tell you right now, that fish that I used to preserve using that wrap, it's like a... It's kind of like, it's paper. It's like a paper wrap that kind of feels like a towel. It has the thinness and the thinness and the flexibility of a towel, but it is like, feels like paper is how I can describe it, I guess. Really good stuff. I can already tell like high quality style kind of like paper that you use for like fish, and that for that kind of reason too. And of course that's why it's probably why it's expensive. But yeah, I got scolded. It happens. As long as you don't do it again, it's usually fine, you know. And even for me personally teaching, like if it happens once, twice, it's okay, you know. Like it happens, you just learn from it, and then hopefully do better the next time. Okay, gotta wash this. Turn up the heat for this. Q, what was your example? What happened in your case? What expensive stuff did you get into trouble using? Has that happened to anyone else too? I feel like that's probably happened more than we expect in the normal world. Okay, let's let that sit for a little. Some hot water for our cookie base. We're gonna roll this up. Attempt to roll this up. Oh, I need more. I just put the saran wrap away. Let me get more. This is a very heavy log of cookie, as expected. Might need a little more. Oh, I put this the wrong way too. Nanashi, why? Okay. That should do. Now we can kind of form it into a log. Cookie dough log. Oh, it kind of looks kind of funny. I'm not gonna say what it looks like. You ever go down the street and you're walking your dog and you have to pick up something with a, you know, a paper towel, not paper towel, or like a plastic bag. Okay, I said it, I'm sorry. Okay, so that's our log of cookie dough for future use. As I do believe this can be stored for a while, so thankfully we can use this for future use. Oh wow, that was already almost 10 minutes. Okay, great. Oh no. Saw nothing. I don't think you saw anything. It's okay. If you saw something, keep it to yourself. I was gonna say, right now I can smell the cookies kind of like wafting their smell, so. Gundam says, what kind of dog are you walking, chef? Well, clearly not something of this size, right? Well, I mean, just in general, you know? Actually, wait, aren't there really big dogs too, though? Okay, this is kind of getting gross. Aren't there really big dogs out there too, though? I mean, granted, this would be kind of unusual, should it happen. Would I put it past the grounds of reality? I don't know, actually. Okay, so the cookies are coming out. How am I gonna show you this? I need a... First off, I need a... Oh, I'm behind on some of this. Uh-oh. I need to cut some of this or wash some of it. Ah, it's fine. I think it's fine. Okay. I was just gonna say I should probably wash the cookie cutters for the next use. But the dough and the flour that's already on there, I think actually might make the cutting process easier. I'm gonna just pre-prepare these because we only have like a minute left. So we can attempt trying to cut this with the cookie cutters. And if it works, it works, and that's probably gonna be the easier way to go about doing this. If it doesn't, well, you know, such is life. Then the easier way would probably be to cut the way we did and then try to adjust a bit. Do I have a... Yeah, okay. I was gonna say I need a towel to take out the things from the mat. That will do. I can't wait. I hope these cookies turn out well. I think the next waiting time was 10 minutes or something. Let's see, next waiting time, transfer. Cool on the baking sheet for 5 minutes. Transfer to a cooling rack. Cooling rack? Do we need that? For 15 minutes. Okay, well first off, let's take off the cookies here. Okay, so far not too bad. Funny enough, the character ones kind of held their shape. Hot as heck. Okay, so let me show you what we have so far. So for our regular cookie balls, just grab this. This is what we ended up with. One of them is kind of sticking to the other, which is fine. We could kind of cut it out later. But we're gonna use a cookie cutter and kind of put it on top to see if that fits, which I'm gonna do right now before it becomes too late. Hopefully this works. One more. Okay, now we need to press these. Oh, we gotta really hurry. You know, funny enough, I don't think we need the outline for these. You can actually, it seems like you press these immediately onto cookie once ready. Okay, that is the best I think we're gonna get with these cookies. They kind of work the second way around too. I'll show you in a second. Let me cool these off real quick because I don't want these to start melting. I wish these were metal. If these were metal, this would be a little bit easier to cut and prepare. But they still work for the purpose. As long as they're not, what you're working with is not too hot, I think it's okay. Alright, give me 1 second, Quokkalings. I'll show you the result in a second. And what we're hoping for in a second here. Otto Niccolo says, oh my, what, the cookies or the what I said earlier, or what? I think these actually will turn out pretty well. Either way, I think might work, but one's definitely easier than the other. But they also end up with kind of different results as well, so I'll show you what I mean in a sec here. Okay, so since that's soaked up right now, it should be okay. We let this rest for another, I think 10 minutes? I think it said like 5 minutes out and then on a cooling tray. So let's do 3 minutes for this because we've been waiting already. Father Nicholas says unko dazo. Maybe a little. We were joking about it earlier. I was trying not to say it. I was saying like, looks like something you might pick up off the road if you had a really large dog. Okay, so let me show you what we have so far. So this is the character cookies so far, just flat. These turned out pretty well, actually pre-cut. You can kind of see the pattern still. Again, we had varying degrees of success because we kind of got better at it as it went on, but I think when these cool off, it should be okay. So the trick to that one is just to make it so that the batter is thinner before make the batter thinner before it you cut it out so that it still retains its shape. These are the balls that we made. I mentioned that we were just gonna try to cut the shape into them after with some flour and all that such after the cookie is made, and these turned out pretty well as well. I'm looking on the stream right now. The patterns themselves turn out pretty nicely actually. So either way, I think actually works. I think actually, funny enough, since we cut it fresh once it came out, these ones actually look a lot better compared to the ones we pre-cut. Let me show you the other one again. These look really nice though. We have to let them rest before we try them, but if I could just pick up the tray. Turn off the oven now, I think too. I don't think I'm gonna make any more cookies for tonight, but let's see. The characters are well defined. You agree? Yeah, I think so, right? I think they look a little bit better on the cookies that we stamped at post cooking, because these aren't actually that bad either. But they, like I feared, since this recipe calls for like ball form cookies, then those are the types that usually expand, right? We had to roll it a lot thinner so that it wouldn't expand as much, and we did, and they turned out well. But the character designs are a little like this Takodachi here looks pretty good. You can actually tell what it is, but it's not nearly as clear cut as the other one at some points. So do with that information as you will. Both look fine, I think. It's just a matter of how you want to do it. And these actually look in shape, right? So you'll have an actual full cookie that looks like a Takodachi versus the other one where it's just kind of stamped in, you know? Okay, hold on. Now, so these have to cool off for a little bit before we can try any of these Takodachis. So first timer went off. I believe the next one was 15 minutes. Let it cool a bit more, and then we could try them. What do you think, though? I think they look pretty cute. They look pretty well done. The cookie cutters worked. And now we have pumpkin cookies for a resident Takodachi leader to enjoy. Oh shoot, I just realized I kept the piano on. Hold on, let me turn that off. Try something. Such a good song. One day I'll play that song for you guys and record it properly so you can actually hear what I'm trying to play. It's a lovely song by Dennis Alexander. I have an old recording of a different song by him actually. Maybe I'll put that up and you guys can enjoy it. I wish the recording was a bit better. It was done quite a bit ago. But it would give you something to listen to as well. Okay. Taco cookies, let's go. So we got to figure out what to do with the log. The log is going to go into the freezer so that we can use it for future use. So let's put this in the, which is very inconveniently stacked next to my laptop setup. Into the tub you go. You shall freeze for future use. Okay, wonderful. Let's put it back. And the only way I can really describe it is that we have a table set up to a fridge, which is set up to all the rest of this stuff, with a very tightly cabled camera. The secondary situation I'm trying to figure out here for the reflection issue is that I think I have to cover up the lights on the top somehow. Not ideal, but it might work. You know, the second camera I mentioned has a tripod, which I have to go get. That would be behind the stove, which isn't too bad, but I'd have to definitely zoom in, or like it might get in the way of the cooking too, which is I think the biggest thing I'm worried about. We'll figure something out. If anything, I could try to just get another webcam and see how it goes. These are cooling off really well so far. They smell really good, I can tell you that much. They smell really, really good right now. Let's see, let's put that spice for later. I guess I'll just wash some dishes. Once we're done, we just wash dishes, right? It's the next best thing you can do. Let's see, I don't think there's any instructions post this. Okay, so next is a bit of cleanup, then I can make my dinner after this. What do you guys think though? You think they look presentable enough to share with the lovely person this is inspired by? I think so. She was so kind last time to like the ube Takodachi cookies. Even though I didn't have the cookie cutter at the time and it looked kind of funny coming out, but so kind. Don't call it poop water, Niccolo. It's just pumpkin spice cookies. There's nothing nefarious about these. Okay, so let's let those cool. According to my clock, we got like 10 minutes of cooling, and then we can put it on a plate and make it look a bit more presentable. Then we'll try one of them. And ideally, they taste good. Imagine we did all this and it just tastes kind of funny. If that ever happens for our streams, like where I try a recipe and it turns out bad, I'll for sure tell you, like, don't do this. You'll regret it. If anything, I would at least give you the like adjustments, like how I would do it to make it a bit better, so it tastes better. Father Nicholas says these are beautiful. Thank you, I appreciate it, man. I think they look pretty good, right? We worked hard on these. Oh, you know what? I am proud of these. These actually turned out pretty well. So we have an extra step of making some of the taco cookies, which I think was actually the difficulty of this stream. It was a little trickier to do this time around, just because Normally we just roll these into the balls and call it a day, right? Make an actual cookie. Or what, these are actual cookies still, but I think you know what I mean though, right? Like the extra step made it a little more difficult, but you know that we like the challenge of cooking stuff like that here. And trying to make it work. And now you guys know from today's experience that the flour trick works. So if you ever make cookies and you want to cut out shapes, but they're not coming out, just get a little bit of flour your cutters, and that should make them lift right off a lot easier. A big emphasis on should. The long ... Yeah, well, you know, sometimes, what is the phrase? Art mimics life. I don't think that's the actual phrase that we're trying to go for here, but I think you get what I'm trying to say. I think that was the quote, right? Art imitates life, so you know, life lessons, words to live by. Father Nicholas says sometimes you don't want to see how the sausage is made. This is true, but it isn't a sausage. It's just delicious. It's just deliciously made pumpkin spice cookie batter. There's no corn in here. There's no. Well, actually, you know what? I guess technically there might be corn because flour, but it's just regular old batter, just shaped up and rolled up into you know, maybe not ideal form, but maybe okay. That's not what I'm trying to. Not ideal. It doesn't look like the. It is an optimal form for cutting later. Not so optimal visually though. How about that? Father Nicholas says, don't show anyone your log, Nana. I'm not showing anyone my log. Stop it. It's just cookie batter. I don't think anyone, number one, wants to see that. If people are not paying for my feet pics that we discussed like ages ago, when I was like, I'll joke, it's like saying, I'll make an OnlyFans and release my feet. And everyone decisively said no. They were like, no, Nana, we don't want to see that. 100%, like nearly 100%. Actually, wait, no, it was 100%. 100% of the audience said it was like, we don't want to see it. And that's rude. Let them be released into the world. Hold on, let me put this away. Okay, so we have the sugar spice for next time. I have to remember that's there so that I can actually, you know, use it for the cookies next time. Everything is relatively clean. Now I could actually consider dinner now. How nice. We got five more minutes of cooling actually. You know what? I'm kind of wondering too, because the cooling process actually I think is actually, sorry, I said actually twice. It's starting to, how would I put this? It's making a kind of a difference as far as how they're resting and turning into. The patterns for both sides are they're looking a little bit different. The ones that we stamped post-cook, I think are a bit more defined versus these ones, except this one, with the exception of this one, which came out really well. As they cool, I think they actually start losing the shape a little bit. So actually, I think I'm in favor of, unless you can get it consistently like this each time, I'm actually in favor of the other variety. But you can do either one, and if anything, if you wanted to like flatten out the batter into another, like a lot thinner, so it works better with this way, because I think we've kind of, some of these they came out a bit thick, right? So if we flattened it about a bit more, make it work, I think they'd actually show the shape of a lot better. And some of those we didn't actually really do the flour trick until later, so. Oh, おつきらさん、こんにちは。今日元気？今日と、2日前、ホロライフたちは、Family Feud 遊んでました。Family Feud 聞いたことある？元気だよ、よかったね、いいね。それと、見たメンバーシップの新しいの絵、寿司屋。いいじゃない。今、おすきるさんは、あれマグロすごいね。あれは1月。でもそう、ライブに、コラボのライブに、誰かのTakodachiのの娘の答えはパンプキンクッキーで。でも答えは間違えました。間違いじゃない。正解ではない。タコダチのはちょっと悲しいで、パンプキンクッキーは後でなんかパンプキンクッキーを作りたい。そのために。あれ難しいね。説明はちょっと難しいね。ごめんね。I'll explain the origins of this venture. I hope she likes them. We're gonna post them later on Twitter and with the art hashtag again. We'll see what happens. But adorable cookies. Thank you, Pumpkin. I appreciate it. They came out pretty well, right? Actually, funny enough, the other ones look a little better. Let me show you the other ones again. Right now, they're just cooling. We still have another 2 minutes for the cooling process, but here's what the other ones look like. I think they look a little better because we cooked the cookies first. They formed and then we stamped them, which is why they look a little bit better, I think, pattern-wise. These ones, we rolled it out, cut out the pattern of the cookie, and then printed it with a flour cookie cutter. And there's varied results. They can, like this one, they can come out really well, but you have to do it correctly. Like, I think we have to freeze it a bit longer, make it a bit thinner, cookie batter wise, and then these could come out to be very nice, like small cookies. But either way, it turns out really good so far, right? Let's see, a new dodo dropped, popped it in memes. Oh, let's go. Is it the new girl that's being bannered right now? New dodos are good, you know? We like dodo here. I'm gonna drop a dodo just for that. Otsukira-san says, パラライブのやつは見てないかな？そうね。まあ、タコの娘は後で写真を撮るとアートタグとやりたいね。前の時覚えましたか？1年前タコダチのウベクッキー作ったあの時I'm not able to see the name. イナさんのと見た。すごく嬉しかった。I really want to work with her one day. Maybe cook some cookies together. That'd be fun. But with any luck, at least I can show the pumpkin cookies, and hopefully she enjoy the size of them. I would love to send them to her, but I don't know where she is. I'm pretty sure she's somewhere in Japan with the other holos. But who knows? Maybe one day, right? Oh, the timer went off. Okay, so the cookies are done. Let's give them a poke. Okay, yeah, they're actually still soft and a little crispy on the outside. So I think these turned out pretty well. Let's get a plate for them to rest on. Should I just be extra and put them on a sushi plate? You know what? That'd be kind of funny. Why not? Let's do it. We're gonna use my omakase sushi plate that I used. 初めてクッキングストリームしたやつ、そうそうそう、紫のクッキーの時ね。Pumpkin's lamowing at my choice of sushi plate. Why not? It is gorgeous. It looks pretty. It is great for omakases. Can be great for cookies too. Okay, so let's plate this properly. I'm gonna have to take a picture of this later too, because I want to get a good picture of the cookies themselves. Let's see, you should stay in the front. So let's use the bottom, the one that didn't really come out at the bottom. They will lift up the bodies of their more successful brethren. Oh no. This one looks kind of coy. The sugar kind of covered their eyes. So what's left right now is the other variety of cookies. Let me see, how do we want to do this? Oh, you know what? The rolled up cookies kind of feel a bit more cakey. They feel more thick. Texture wise, I think I might actually prefer the smaller ones, from what I can tell. That being said, these are not bad. We're running out of space for these Takodachis. You know what? That one has a lot of flour on it. Let's hide this one. That one I might have put a bit too much flour on the cutter when we were making the pattern, but. Ta-da. Ah, cookies. Cookies. They look so good on screen. Let's go. Let's see. Pumpkin says next time to time make cookie dough sushi. Cookie dough sushi? Yo, that's. Ooh. Don't know about that one, Pumpkin. You can give it a try one day. You might have to come here and try tasting it, but I don't know how that one's gonna end up. 千木田さんです。たくさんね。今回は1、2、3、4、13? 14? I think it's 13 or 14 cookies? いいね。あれは、プラットはいいね。このぐらい。もっと作りたいけど、まあ、このクッキーね、these cookies、料理の時、なんかもっと大きくしますね。それなら、あと、スペーシングはちょっと難しいね。でも今回、いいじゃない。I think they came out pretty well. I should taste one and let you know how it is, but it looks so nice on the sushi platter actually that I don't really want to move it. I did this. We did good work today. Where did my shabu shabu pot go? Gonna put my shabu shabu pot here for dinner in a minute. Pumpkin says, okay, be right back. No worries. Thank you for coming, by the way. I think we might actually be finishing up soon, so we'll see. But yeah, I think these came out really well. I should probably take a picture of this before anything else. Let me see. The problem is with my new place, I don't really have a place to take a picture of this either. What would be a nice place to take a picture? Okay, maybe right here. Hold on, I'm gonna borrow these cookies real quick, Quokkalings. Give me a minute. Okay, let's take a nice picture. Gotta really get it at the right angle because the patterns have to pop out. And the lighting of this. Do I have my Ina plushie? Hold on, I'm gonna check. Where did I put that? Where did I put her? Oh, I think I buried. No. So when I moved, all my plushies got put into a bag, and then it was a pretty sizable bag. I didn't expect it to actually end up that big. Let's see. A bunch of these before we eat one of these, otherwise there's no other chances, right? I need a professional photographer to help me take these pictures. My post-cooking pictures, because I imagine mine don't actually look too good when I finish them. Okay. Hopefully that's enough pictures for me to choose from to make this work. Okay, I think that is good. All right, Quokkalings, so there you have it. Today we made some Takodachi pumpkin cookies. They smell and look really delicious. I'm ready to have one at this point. So you know what? Let's do exactly that. Let's take a taste. Let's get the one that's not really patterned well, so that way it doesn't look too different. I'll have a Takodachi. Oh yeah. Oh, they're good. Oh, with a cup of milk, this would be delicious. This one had a pretty generous topping of the sugar pumpkin spice mixture that we're supposed to put on it. It doesn't feel like it's enough actually. So if you're making this recipe, I'd recommend really rolling and stacking these cookies into the sugar mixture. Other than that though, oh yeah, these are delicious. If they end up kind of soft, I think what you can do, you can go ahead and crumble it and put it on top of an ice cream, and that would be perfect too. Oh, so worth it. So yummy. I don't think I've ever made pumpkin cookies either before. So how this ended up, quite happy with it. All right. Oh, that's so yummy. I'm gonna have to eat these later too. All right, Quokkalings. Well, with that, I think this is where we'll finish up for today's stream. I hope you enjoyed making these cookies with me. Sorry about the piano. I would have loved to play some piano for you, but as it turns out, my microphone can't even pick up the piano, which is really funny because these are actually really sensitive, but they are really good at blocking out background noise, so I'm gonna try to have to find a workaround around that. But until our next time we meet, I think that's gonna be Tuesday, where we technically continue our spooky October, because I was sick one of those weeks, right? So we can still play this on the Zomboids for the next 2 weeks, I believe. And then we still got to do Hollow Knight too, so I'm excited for that. But yeah, if you enjoyed today's stream and you're new here, I would absolutely love the support, either through a like on the video or a subscribe on the channel. I really appreciate it, and it really helps the channel as we try to make it to our 600 goal by the end of the year. 1,000 if we're really being generous here, or not generous, optimistic, but who knows, we can make it maybe. Otsukira-san is dropping a face that looks like he wants to eat some. Tabetai? USA, America ni kite. Come to America. I can give you. Agate ne. Pumpkin Complex says, need a Nanashi emote that's the cookie monster. Just eating cookies. You already got the yapper she. It's kind of looks that. We just need to add a cookie to it. Eh? I think that would turn out pretty well. What else? As of this week, the schedule should be relatively the same as far as Spooky October goes. It should be pretty much the same across the rest of the week and the week after. Sorry, let me think. I'm trying to think if there's anything that... There's the trip I mentioned that I'm gonna probably bring these cookies to. I think that's 2 weeks from now, 3 weeks from now. So I will be gone for that weekend, but I think up to the Friday I should still be streaming. So please keep an eye out on that on the Discord and Twitter for any announcements. Otsukira-san says, oishii so oishii no oishii yeah. Oishii yeah. Oishii desu yo. ちゃんと僕に聞いて食べてください. Please come here and have some. That made a lot of cookies actually. I'm gonna have to share these. Q with the cookie and the yapper sheet. Thank you. I appreciate it. Oh, actually, wait. Yeah, that works out. The cookie monster. Yeah, you can combine the two. You can combine the two, and that works out too, I suppose. Oh, clever. All right. With that, Quokkalings, I think this is where I'll finish up today. I need to make dinner for myself now. A few more bit of time for cooking, but it's fine. It's gonna be yummy. But yes, please keep an eye on the Discord and Twitter for any updates. I'm gonna be posting these on the Twitter maybe later tonight, and hopefully the person we made it for will see it. That'd be that'd be so cool. Gosh, I want to really work with them. Maybe I should send an email one day. They're so small though. I don't know if they'll ever read it. Who knows? Anyways, Quokkalings, please have a wonderful rest of this weekend. I will talk to you Tuesday for more Zomboids, community Zomboids. And until then, please stay well, eat healthy, and I'll talk to you all soon, yeah? Thank you for joining me on this lovely Saturday afternoon of cookie making. I think it turned out pretty well, and they were really yummy. Oishii yo. Father Nicholas says, Oyasumi nasai, oyasumi ne, arigato. Yo arigato ne. And yeah, with that, this is your head chef, Nanashi, quacking out for tonight. Oh, wait, nope, it's not yet. Let us raid someone. Who's available today? That'd be so funny if we could raid Ina. But I think she also has it where can't exactly raid her unless we're part of her list that lets us raid into her. So let's see. Whoa, that's crazy. Apparently Suisei's channel is is available on the list though. That's bonkers. That's crazy. Man, raiding her would be... Oh man. I can't even say it. That's crazy. Let's see who's streaming today. So Shinri is streaming right now. They're playing some Silent Hill right now, and you know what? We should support them in their horror game survival. So let's go pop over there. Say hi to Shinri for me. I hope you guys have a lovely day. And once again, I'll talk to you all on Tuesday for Zomboids, yeah? Terimakase ya, mata ne, otsukaresama desu. I'll talk to you all soon. Good night. Thank you for joining me for cookies. Wait, I can wave. Good night.